Ohachi! Ohachi, ohachi, ohachi. Welcome to our monthly advice stream. I've been looking forward to this very much. Thank you for all of your submitted questions. How are you all doing? It's finally the weekend. Excuse me. Happy almost Valentine's Day. Hello, Ohachi. Oh, Ohachi! We had so many questions submitted. Thank you so much, everybody. You guys are procrastinators. You like to submit things really last minute, huh? So at first I was like, oh, there's not too many like new questions from the last time. Let me do one little extra push to get more questions in. And then a lot came in. So I just finished filtering through them. Actually, reason why I was late was because I've been washing my hands a lot. Because I've been doing a lot of like dishes and cooking and all that. And I put some lotion on my hands. But then I needed to like I needed to adjust my mic stand. But I couldn't grip. I had no, what is it? Friction? I don't know. I had, my hands were too slippery. I couldn't tighten the mic stand. It just kept going round. My hand just kept going round and round and round and round. Literal butterfingers. But now we're here. Stream has started. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, thank you. Couldn't come up with a question, so you're here for vibes and knowledge and the Phoebe. Well, thank you for being here anyway, Pykel. Also, hello! Hello, Lavi! Welcome in, everybody. I see lots of you guys that submitted questions in here as well. Some of you that were not anonymous. Is the bee gonna give you love advice? Yes. I'm gonna start with maybe a few questions from the last time. Oh, what the? I selected a few rollover questions from last time. The theme of last month was New Year, New Me. So there's a lot of questions about your New Year goals and resolutions and changes you wanted to have to yourself and in your life. Will you get belated? We'll see. Let's start with Question 148. Question 148. We have in total... Wow! So some new questions are coming in even right now. We have 217 questions in the box. I forgot to delete the ones from last time, so it's all mixed up. But at some point, the love questions begin. This one is from Anon. How do you achieve balance between all the different versions of yourself that you'd like to be? Or basically what to do when you have so many different dreams you want to pursue, but life is so short. They want good advice. So yeah, as you know, I do a lot of different things myself. I started out as a utaite, doing covers on YouTube. And then I also became an idol, and that's like my main thing. I'm also a singer-songwriter, I do voice acting, I do the VTubing thing, I do streaming in general. Along with like content creators having to be their own like social media marketing managers and everything like that too. I guess the thing is like you obviously one of the most precious resources in our lives and in this world is time. You cannot have unlimited time. Unfortunately, we can't clone ourselves, not yet. So you gotta figure out what your priorities are first, I guess. To be completely honest, when it comes to priorities, you have to like rank your dreams a little bit. I love all of these dreams, and I refuse to not pursue all of my dreams. I want to pursue them all. But then you can't like spread yourself too thin, right? So I'd say that music and performances are like my main priority. Though when it comes but streams are really fun, and I get to connect with you guys in between performances. So I'd say it's like very close. Did you just sneeze, Suki? I think Suki just sneezed. Also, thank you so much, Tatazes, thank you so much for gifting 5 memberships to the community. Welcome Kelvin, Uga Booga, Semos, Bren, and also Enkao to the Beehive. Thank you. Thank you so much. That's very kind of you. Very, very kind. And also thank you so much, Cure Suzu, for resubscribing for 4 months. Thank you, LaceLavy, for resubscribing for 10 months as well. Welcome back, you guys, to the Beehive. Jinky. Hope it helps out. Thank you. That's very kind of you. Always helps. And I always love having more people here in our big FeebeeHive family. So yeah, you just gotta kind of like figure out what your priorities are. I think as much as I love voice acting and I am still trying to improve my craft and take classes when I can, I think VA stuff is like currently lower on my priorities. But when the opportunities arise, then of course I seize them, you know. So I think that's the thing, is like it's like a resource management kind of game, you know? You have to figure out what you're putting most of your resources, your time and energy, efforts, and resources into, you know? Pursuing a lot of interests is never easy. Simply scheduling things ahead of time can help. Exactly, that also helps as well. Again, I love having to-do lists and ranking my priorities in that way. But thank you for your question, Anon. I appreciate it. Next one is from Small Room. This one also is from last time too, a rollover from last time. Hi Phoebe, so excited for this. I really need advice. No problem. Thanks for entrusting me with it. Small Room. This is my first semester in college and I got a roommate who I don't like. Oh, she brings naked people into the room. Are they naked already? But they're just naked already and she brings them into the room? Okay, wait. Regardless. She brings naked people into the room and door dashes every meal and doesn't even ask if I want anything. Well, oh. Other than that, she's really nice to me and likes the same anime as me and has really pretty tattoos. But I don't know. I kind of want her gone forever. But I don't know how to say that without being rude. Sorry, I know it's weird. I don't know, I just kind of get worked up over it. I talked to my RA about it and they told me that I can't switch because it's too early in the semester. But I don't... Isn't it better? Isn't it easier to switch if it's earlier in the semester? But I don't know how much longer I can take this. Do you have any advice for living with someone for the first time? Thank you. So... that's also something I had to... Well, not exactly that, but going to college and being in a dorm and like having roommates for the very first time can be quite an experience, and it teaches you a lot of useful social skills that you need to have for the future, including establishing boundaries. That's something that's really difficult for a lot of people, even people that are much older than you too. So don't worry. This too will pass, and it can pass faster with a number of... Well, actually, do you want good advice or bad advice? You want bad advice? Is this truly the love advice queue? No, we're doing a couple of extra rollovers from last time, but there's a lot of love questions in here. Unfortunately, someone as poor as me needs to have roommates, and I've moved almost every single year since college, and... like in college and after college, and have had different roommates. And it's only my current household right now where I'm finally happy with roommates. But up until that point, it's a lot of communication. And that's something you're gonna have to learn, is how to communicate with people. So, I mean, you want bad advice though. I want to give you good advice, but you're asking for bad advice. I mean, bad advice, maybe she's the naked roommate, maybe. Well, first of all, I want to reassure you that if she's really nice to you, then that's already one hurdle that you have to get over. I think communicating with her is probably gonna be real easy. So I'm gonna give you good advice first, and I'm gonna give you bad advice, because I feel like you need some good advice. And your RA too. It's good that you talk to your RA about it as well. But I think first and foremost, you like talking to your RA is like plan B. Talking to your roommate is plan A, and you've been skipping plan A. Yeah, I think you need to just like directly talk to her. You know, this is something you can work out potentially. Be like, hey, I'm not sure if I'm comfortable with the naked people. You know? Or like, can you like tell me ahead of time? Can we have a schedule? Can we like make a schedule where you're allowed to bring in the naked people? And then I can like go for a walk or something like that, and then they can be gone by the time I get back. As for the DoorDash, like, to be honest, your housemate or your roommate doesn't really like owe you any DoorDash is expensive, my guy. But yeah, I would say talk to them first. Bad advice though. Maybe, you know, some people don't realize how ridiculous they're being. Some people don't realize how inconsiderate they're being until you show them the exact same thing. Maybe you should also bring naked people into the room and DoorDash every meal and not share. In fact, maybe invite your RA too, to be one of those naked people. Show your roommate how put your roommate in your shoes. Put your roommate in your shoes. Or, as Comfy Magus just said, you can speed the whole process up by pooping on the floor. What if they're into that? Oh, well. Then, maybe just, like, include yourself in the fun. Anyway. Anyway, I don't know if that's the bad advice that you so desired, but best of luck with that small room. I hope that things get better for you. Roommate life can be very tough. I understand. Next one. This one is from George Hell. Now we're getting into some of the love advice. Dorm living is always a nightmare. Not just dorm living, oh my gosh. The apartments I lived in each year after or during college, or oh my goodness. Hello Phoebe, we wanted to thank you for your hard work and how much you've done for the Kaigai Idol community. Oh, thank you so much, LA Idol Matsuri. I will keep doing my best for the community that I love so much. To be honest though, like, going back to the dorm thing. Okay, I'm just gonna tell you guys I'm gonna tell you a short story about my first year of college. So I signed up to be part of the music dorm. I knew some people. God, roommate disputes get so bad sometimes. They get so bad. I knew two people that got in the worst argument possible. Screaming match in the middle of the dorm. Everyone came out and was watching. And what ended up resulting was one of them was kicked out basically and moved to a different dorm. And so the other person the last person standing in that room ended up having the room all to themselves for the rest of the year. But gosh, please don't let it get to that point. Please. I've seen some terrible roommate disputes in the past. Sharing a bathroom was the worst. The bathrooms weren't so bad. At least not for ours. Not for ours, but yeah, sharing bathrooms is kind of the worst. But yes, George Helm asks for good advice. I have been nervous about being close to people after a bad breakup. Any tips about talking to new people and talking to my ex still? Ah, so I see. So correct me if I'm wrong if you're here in the chat, George Helm. But you still are friends or on talking terms with your ex? But you also want to talk to new people, so you're struggling with two different struggles here. One, which is learning to trust and open your heart to people after a bad breakup. And two, I guess, keeping your ex in your life? I'm not sure what the details of your breakup were. if it was a mutual thing, or like things were just bad in general, so you both mutually broke up, or if they broke up with you, or you broke up with them, or if they're like a bad ex, or if you're a bad ex, or I don't know. But clearly, you still have your ex in your life, or you still want your ex in your life. Now the problem, or the hardest part being able to trust and open up to new people. Well, first of all, I feel like you gotta give yourself time to heal first and foremost before thinking about, of course, like, talk to new people, make lots of new friends and acquaintances and stuff. But before trying to romantically pursue someone, I do 100% believe that you need to, like, especially after a bad breakup, let yourself heal a little bit. Give yourself some time to be single. Find yourself, because the you before that breakup is definitely not the same you as the you after that breakup. So to rediscover yourself. Rediscover yourself. If you and that ex, like, still decided that you want to keep being friends and you care about each other like that, and you know, and you're able to establish like boundaries with them about how you're gonna treat each other now, then great. But also give yourself a little bit of space from them too, so that you can go through that healing process. I think I get the feeling that you are going to... One second. I get the feeling that you just really have to heal first. I don't know what else to tell you. Cause only then and only then are you going to be able to, like, learn to trust again, so that you can pursue new relationships, you know? That's the long and short of it. I'll just be honest, I can take the advice even if it's mean. Well, I need more context, because I'm trying to figure out right now if I should be like, stop talking to your ex to you or something like that, because I don't know. It's a very case-by-case kind of thing. Oh gosh, you guys are still talking about the roommate thing in chat. Okay. Speaking of roommates cleaning well, I need... Oh, sorry, I know this is completely unrelated to the topic of love. But I need to talk about roommates and hygiene real quick. I'm gonna tell you a horror story about my second year of college. Is it too late to submit a form? You can submit, but there's no guarantee I'm going to get it to you, Orly, because there's a lot of questions I'm trying to get through. But feel free to submit, and maybe it will roll over to next time as well, if we don't get to it. Second year of college. I moved in with some people that I got along with pretty well in my first dorm. Now, living in a dorm, having a separate room from these people, I didn't know what their hygienic tendencies were like. And also, when it came to like bathrooms and stuff at the dorm, there was a janitor that would come by and who would like clean every day, you know? So it's not like yeah, you had to clean up after yourself, but for the most part, like the bathroom, you don't have to worry about cleaning the bathroom. Because it's a public thing, so there's like school janitors and all of that. And I had never really seen their room. I move in with these people. And they are... I'm just gonna call them a couple, even though they were like friends with benefits or something, I guess. So this guy and this girl. So there's a girl's room and a guy's room in this apartment. 3 girls in one room, 2 guys in the other room. And one of the girls I was sharing a bunk bed with, and then one of the guys in the other room kind of had this agreement. And the agreement was she would cook for him, but he had to do all the dishes. And the problem with this arrangement, it sounds like an okay arrangement. The problem with it, because she refused to touch, she like had the ick about dirty dishes, so she refused to touch them. The problem is, this guy was busy all the time. He worked, like when he wasn't at class, he was constantly working his pizza job. And so he had like no time to come. He would get back home super late from his pizza job, and he would pass out right away. So she would cook for both of them, but none of the dishes would get done. None of them would get done, ever. But by the time I was like, oh, I guess I'll do their dishes. Or when I had a dish that I had to do, oh my gosh, I couldn't even cook. I couldn't even, because I would go and the sink would be so full and the countertops would be so full that I couldn't even wash the dishes because where do I even put the other dirty that's so stacked all the way up to the spout? And it was so bad, and it would get so at that point, I started working a little bit extra shifts at my part-time jobs. I've mentioned it before on stream, but as soon as I got to college, I started working part-time jobs so that I could pay for the singing and music lessons that my parents would never like. They were like, oh, it's a waste of money or whatever. So, but I started working some extra shifts so that I could eat out more often. Because I couldn't cook in my own house because there were so many dishes in the freaking sink that I just couldn't spare having just a single dirty dish or utensil, because then how am I going to clean it, or like a pot, you know? But then it got so bad that when like family members, like my sisters or my parents would come and visit, or like friends from my hometown would come visit, as soon as they stepped through the door, they gagged. It was that bad. It was like the smell. I stopped being able to smell for a while because like I stopped being able to smell for a while because it was just that bad. I think my like whatever like nerves or whatever in my nose that would help me smell were just completely burnt out. It was that bad. And that's just one story about that apartment. I can tell you guys more in the future, but there's a whole story about running out of toilet paper and like secret revenge toilet paper. And then there's a story about the toilet getting clogged and how one of my roommates dealt with it. Like there's stories about that same roommate bringing her boyfriend in and this is so bad. Yeah, if COVID didn't break my sense of smell, this did. Definitely. Bleh. Anyway. Roommates, right? Thank you, George Helm. I hope that was the advice that you so desired. Okay, next question. From Anon. So hi, Graham. Welcome in. My husband and a friend keep hiding gnome memorabilia in each other's homes. It started as a small joke, but I am tired of finding gnomes in random places. How do I get them to stop? Bring on the bad advice. Please, I'm drowning in them. Okay, so... That's kind of blessed. I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of blurs. But I think what you should do is you should become one of the gnomes. Just sneak into either your own house or in your friend's house. Dress up as a gnome and hide in some place. And then jump scare them. And then they'll never want to hide gnomes ever again. When it's sexy time, say you want to put on something special. Then let them come out in a gnome cosplay. No. Gnome hiding is so fun. Is this something that people just do? Is this common? Have I been deprived of the gnome hiding experience my whole life? Replace the gnomes with rubber ducks. Or you should start hiding some treasures of your own in both of their houses. Things that they wouldn't want, like... I was gonna say something scary like a Labubu, but that's expensive, dude. So hi, Grave! Good to see you! How are you? This VTuber being husbandless for Valentine's Day is a moderate oral loss. know, I did get quite a few marriage proposals in the advice form. So in theory, I have the option to not be husbandless for Valentine's Day. However, take me out to dinner first. Anyway, best of luck with your gnome problem. That is such a problem to have, though. That is such a problem to have. Next question is from 8ball. Marriage proposals, get in line. Fujikaze is first in line. You're gonna have to fight Fujikaze first. Can you propose with a gnome? You know, that might be the way to my heart. Perhaps. Maybe. Options are available, but they aren't the options you're looking for. I have no idea, dude. I have no idea, and I won't have any idea until you take me out to dinner. It's Friday the 13th, and Jason has already proposed it. Jason Waterfalls. Anyway. 8ball asks for bad advice. I'm sad because I'm torn between saving money to buy a car or Magic the Gathering cards. Oh. The TCG money struggle. That's real. I would like some Legos too. Maybe some standees. Maybe a standee as well to save space. You know? Torn between saving money to buy a car or Magic the Gathering cards. How about... You know, it's really funny. This a friend of mine was posting recently about how, like, one of her coworkers is like also does TCG scalping on the side. And because of this economy, because of all the money struggles, she's like considering becoming a TCG scalper as well. No, don't give in. Don't give in to temptation. That's you cannot. Scalping trading cards is one of the cardinal sins that they speak of in the Bible. You can't do that. Cards can only depreciate. That's true. Yeah, you know what? Cards can only depreciate. Cards, however, likely will go up in value over time. So I'd say invest in your future. Go for the Magic the Gathering cards. Best of luck to you, 8ball. Speaking of, I played my very first Yu-Gi-Oh! Duels the other day. And I understand now. Unfortunately, I understand now and I want to play more Yu-Gi-Oh! But, that's money, huh? How did it go? Well, the first two duels were like learning. Like I was being coached. And then the third duel was a proper one, and I won! I did! I had a plant deck. There were a lot of Balbaboons in there. Now I know the difference between the different kinds of summoning. I can synchro summon. Real good now. But yeah, now I need to actually properly get a deck. I don't know if I can find the Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards that I collected when I was a kid anymore. I don't know if I can. Balbaboon, your goat. Balbaboon was my goat as well. Hold on, I need to... I'm trying to tighten my... mic stand so it stops falling, but it just keeps falling. You don't understand until an older sibling one-turn KOs you with cards you've never heard about. Are you speaking from experience, Orbital Vagabond? Speaking of Orbital Vagabond. Totally not Orbital Vagabond. Asks for bad advice. This new year, I found myself male pregnant. How do I raise this child? I don't have the money, and more importantly, how do I deliver the baby? Well, damn, how is Babby formed? So... First of all, congratulations on the pregnancy! You really listened to the Densetsu podcast, didn't you? FeebeeHive is finally getting pregnant. Finally. I know someone took my get pregnant advice. Wow. Well, first of all, okay, more importantly, how do I deliver the baby? With love and patience. How do you raise this child? With love and patience. So, probably don't deliver the baby by yourself. Get someone to help you. You know? Get your, Well, Mint just didn't want the... Not wisps. What are they now? Iboos. Mint just didn't want the Iboos to get pregnant. But if it's FeebeeHive getting pregnant, then... I think she's okay with the FeebeeHive reproducing. I think. Call DoorDasher to deliver the baby easy. True. Well, yeah, you should probably get all your bros to help you deliver the baby. The stork is going to need to know your exact coordinates. So you're gonna want to get some flares, you know, like set some flares off and have some like colored smoke rising into the sky. The smoke can tell you if the baby's a girl or a boy, or you know, what if you're also an Ibu? Well then, Mint's not gonna be happy probably. Yeah, shout out to Storkazon for real. You remember Storkazon? Yeah. So you're gonna want to send out some flares and maybe bang a lot of pots and pans and gongs and stuff. Any idea how long the stream will be? I typically go 3 hours. I typically go 3 hours on average for my streams. I live in LA. That sets the city on fire. Well, what an exciting way to bring your baby into this world! With fire and brimstone, you know? How exciting! What a wonderful way to welcome a new life into this world. And how to raise the child. Well, you've seen the beginning of Lion King, right? Anyway, best of luck with your MPreg, Vagabond. I'm very happy for you, but who's the father? Mother? I don't know. Who's the other parent? Are they also FeebeeHive? Give baby iPad. Put on Phoebe stream. Get them started early. Will put my Amazon Chinese gong to good use. I'm not gonna ask why you have a Chinese gong from Amazon, but yes, put it to good use. That's how you're gonna get the baby delivered. Congratulations, Vagabond. Congrats. Next is from Ricky. Where's the love advice? Ricky asks for bad advice. I'm nearing 40 years old and I'm anxious about getting a routine colonoscopy. I know I have to do it because prevention is so key, but what do I do just to get it done? Well, I hear well yes, this too is self-love. This too is self-care. Yes, this is also this is love advice. This is love advice. I heard you have to like flush out your colon before getting a colonoscopy. So definitely follow their instructions there. If you want to prepare yourself for yeah, you have to drink, what's it called? The thing that flushes out your system. Drink lots of water too. And if you want to prepare your butthole for entry, then maybe like practice with some other what do they do for a colonoscopy anyway? I mean, they stick a camera up your butt, right? That's what the oscopy part of the word is. Now we're getting into etymology. Yeah, if you... Laxatives. Yeah, lots of laxatives. There you go. Snaps gloves get bent. No! Well, I mean, you could practice with a trusted friend. Or with yourself, I suppose. Just put some gloves on. You have to do the glove snapping, though. You have to. Talk to your urologist. If it's really that bad for you, there are meds that they can prescribe to help with anxiety. I could say that, but this person wanted bad advice. Yeah, practice does make perfect. Pretty sure they do 3 or 4 up to the second knuckle, but oh god, you know what? I'm not gonna... Okay, I don't need to know this much. Okay, good luck, Ricky, with your colonoscopy. They will typically also have you shower with medicated soap a few hours right before the procedure, too. Ah, speaking from experience, Ari. I've got the expert at colonoscopies right here. So actually, don't ask me this question. You should go ask him instead. I have never gotten a colonoscopy before. I don't really know what it's like. However, I did live for a time with someone who had really bad IBS and had to not constantly, but was going in to get colonoscopies at points. So, I kind of had to see, like, the prep for it, I guess. Like, she definitely was, like, drinking a lot of laxatives and stuff. Anyway. No more about colonoscopies. Yeah. Good luck, Ricky. Oh, this is also from Orbital Vagabond. Never mind, it seems it worked out and worked its way out. The baby? Wait, so you gave birth to your impreg child? Congratulations! What's the name? What did you name it? Oh my goodness! The FeebeeHive's very first. Actually, I don't know if this would be the FeebeeHive's very first baby, cause there were a few couples that used to watch me, or maybe still do watch me. That like got married and wanted to start having kids and stuff. Maybe there are other FeebeeHive babies out there. But this is the first FeebeeHive impreg baby, I think. Congrats! Oh my gosh! The name is Crunchwrap Supreme. Disky, were you the father? Were you the father? Did you impregnate Orbital Vagabond? Oh my gosh. Have you wifed Orbital Vagabond up yet? Or were you just gonna get him pregnant and then like leave it at that? I need you to take responsibility for your actions right now. We're having a wedding right now in the chat. Hold on. I'm marrying you two together. Give me a second. Surely I have a hat that fits this. Surely. Oh no, wait, I don't have a hat, but I can... Okay, now I am the pastor or whatever. I'm gonna marry you guys right here, right now. Alright. Do you, Disky, first name Disky, last name 01, take Orbital Vagabond to be your unlawfully wedded husband and father of Crunchwrap Supreme? Do you? You only ordered the DoorDash? That's not what the DNA tests say, sir. Do you? Are you gonna be a deadbeat dad? Absolutely, with all your text messages. Heart, I believed in you, Disky. I believed in you this whole time. Do you, first name Orbital, last name Vagabond, take Disky01 to be your unlawfully wedded father of Crunchwrap Supreme and husband? Yes. Oh, so sorry. First name Orbital, last name Vagabond 7371. Okay, there you go. Okay, with the power invested in me, and with all of the wait. Are there how do they word it during weddings? Does anybody oppose this union? You object, Oda! Oh, wait! Gruff! Wait, hold on! You want in? Oh, shoot. Okay, wait, no, this is gonna be at least a three-way wedding. Halucha objects as what? What is happening? What? You object the objection. Wait, no, Master Nathan has objected the objection. Oh my gosh. Yes, we're having a wedding right here. Okay, well, the objections have been objected to. Wait, the child isn't Disky's. Whose child is it then, Winterwolf? Whose kid is this? Wait, whose child is this? Hold up. Whose child? Oh my gosh. You object, you are the child. Suzu is the child? Oh my goodness. It's my child? It's not my child! How can it be my child? No, wait, literally... literally, Orbital Vagabond gave birth to this baby. Via Mpreg. I don't think it's possible for it to have been my child. Phoebe, you dog. I don't have that dog in me. I'm not... No, I'm not... I am simply an officiant that was hired on for this event. I didn't know any of you guys beforehand. It could not be me. It could not be me. Oh my goodness. This is the baby right here. Baby Crunchwrap Supreme. It looks nothing like me. It looks just like Orbital. And it looks just like Disky. Who cut it in half? Well, you guys thought it was one baby, but actually it was a pair of identical twins. One is named Crunchwrap, the other one is named Supreme. If you got a colonoscopy while Mpreg, do you think they could see the baby? Well, I don't know where Mpreg babies are stored. I think they may be stored in the balls. Maybe. But I don't know. I'm not a doctor. So please don't ask me. Anyway, they were born beautifully. And Matt's objection to the objections earlier cancels out the objections, and therefore, with the power invested in me, I have now pronounced Orbital and Disky as husband, and I'm assuming, but correct me if I'm wrong, husband. You are now Mr. and Mr. Orbital Vagabond Disky 017371. Mr. and Mr. 017371. Congratulations on the marriage. Yippee! And congratulations on the baby. Congrats! The very, very first FeebeeHive wedding. Congratulations. Revolver Brosselot, thank you for being part of the FeebeeHive for 3 months. Welcome back to the Beehive, and welcome to this little baby! Welcome this little baby to the Beehive! These babies to the Beehive! Don't shake the baby, you're so right. We do not shake babies here. Instead, we very gently wrap them in a blanket, and we let them nap over here on the bench. And that book next to it is a astrophysics textbook. Like you can read it, you read to them to help them fall asleep. Whoa! It's been a while since I've had to officiate a wedding. I have a fun fact to tell you guys, actually. Did you guys know that Steiner actually is allowed to officiate weddings? Like, he is certified to officiate weddings. So, years ago, I was like, Steiner, when I get married one day, will you officiate my wedding? So, chances are, chances are, he would one day, he will officiate my wedding. I say you should have a Moogle palm like the Moogles at the Final Fantasy XIV chapel. You're right, I should be a Moogle priest instead. They've gotta have like... Oh, they do have Moogle Palm Live 2D assets! Who is selling this? On Ko-fi! Damn! Have you found him a date yet? No, but do you want to see the work in progress for the ad? Actually, I got our like graphic design person at Setsuna to start working on an ad for him. Hold on. Where would it be? Would it be in the off-topic chat? Might be an off-topic chat. Yes. Okay, so I told you that we were going to Photoshop his face onto Chikawa's body in the ad. And we got this far. Got that far. Don't step on babies, Steiner! Jeez! Anyway. I think... Surely this will work, right? Like, the ladies love this kind of bod, right? Like, surely... I don't know. Steiner looks hungry. Oh no, he's eyeing Crunchwrap Supreme. Crunchwrap and Supreme. But yeah. There he is. The ad is still in progress. In fact, I'm gonna reply to this and be like, hey, so I'm adding our graphic designer real quick. Hey, so maybe we can still make that ad to get Steiner a girlfriend before tomorrow. Whoa, it's Steiner. Yeah, on Chikawa's body. Here, I'll put this here. Oh wait, hold on. Crunchwrap Supreme can be right here. And then Steiner Chikawa can be right there. Steinkawa. This is the perfect manager body. You may not like it, but this is what peak performance looks like, truly. Right here. No, don't step on babies, though. Don't step on babies. Anyway, congrats, Orbital! Oh my gosh, and Disky, congratulations! How exciting! Love is love. There is so much love here at the FeebeeHive. Ah, here we go. Some more love advice from the Chris Pratt. The Chris Pratt! In my advice form? He wants good advice on how do I approach 3D women. Okay, so you want good advice. Okay, I can give you good advice. Like a normal human being, probably. But I'd say not you don't. Rigatoni, please. I think the thing is like a lot of physically it's ideal to approach from the front. Yeah. You're so right. You're so right. From their blind spots is crazy. No. But to be fully honest, I think that this is such a vague question. Like, what do you mean? How to approach them? Go into every encounter hoping for a friend. And I guess this is how I just treat encounters in the wild in general. And that's how I end up befriending a bunch of random people on like planes and at the store and all of that. Is you go into every encounter with someone with like without any expectations, but with the hopes of making a friend. So with the kind of like kindness and courtesy that you would pay a friend, you treat anybody that you meet. Where is this form from, by the way? I typically have the form. I post them on multiple places. I post in the community tab of YouTube. I post on Twitter, and it's also in our Discord server. And it might be below in the description, maybe. I don't remember. But yeah, just be normal, basically. I think just treat them like normal, to be honest. Unless your normal is to be like a freak about things, then maybe don't approach them like that. But yeah, I guess like, yeah, like women are just normal people too. Yeah, Fufu, you're correct. Basically, I think it's good to go into encounters not expecting anything. You don't even expect to become friends. But if you do, then great. And then if you become something more than that, then great. You know, but just be normal, basically, is my advice to you. Thank you. Good luck, Chris Pratt. Next is from the coolest Derepi. Hello, Phoebers. I've moved to a new city and have been trying to establish a new friend group. I go to a lot of events in my area, cons, Kaigai Idol lives, group gatherings. There are a lot of people who recognize me at this point and are friendly with me. But I still feel like I'm basically forcing my way into conversations / hangouts when I go out. It's probably in my own head. I can almost guarantee you that it's in your own head. But I feel like I'm always just that guy who's at all the events, and not someone who has a quote-unquote real friend group that they belong to. Is there any way to like insert myself into a friend group in a not insane way? They want good advice. What is this additional comment? 6, 7, 8, 9. Hello. Alright, first of all, thank you for trusting me with this DDP. Chances are that you already are considered... You're already considered friends to a lot of these people here. But I know it's hard to get out of your own head sometimes. The thing is, like, when you say you can't help but feel that you're just, quote-unquote, just that guy who's at all the events. I think the thing is, like, what makes you more of that and not literally all the other guys who are just at all the events as well? I know a lot of people who treat, like, events and conventions and stuff as the place to hang out with friends. So if you're hanging out with them already there, then you're probably already considered good friends to them. But I mean, if you want to become more of, like, a mainstay in a particular friend group or something, there's nothing wrong with being direct. I think that's the thing. It's like, friendship-wise and romance-wise, there is nothing wrong with being direct and just being like, hey, I really like hanging out with you. And maybe this is me just being in my own head a little bit, but like, I want to be, like, better friends with you. Do you have, like, a Discord that I can add you on? Or, like, especially if they have, like, a friend server. Like, do you guys have, like, a friend Discord server? Or even, like, start your own server, you know? Start adding people into that. And establishing your own friend group, you know? I think it's okay to be direct like that. And be like, I want to be a better friend with you. I want to be better friends with you and everybody in this group. You know, of course, without forcing it. But chances are if you're already friendly, if you're already friendly with them, it shouldn't be too hard become like more people need to be direct TBH. Exactly. Like even with romance and stuff, I think being like being able to be like, hey, I like you, and I want to get to know you more in like that kind of way, is a useful skill, I guess. Like there's some people who just will never know, or who just cannot like catch on to things, so they'll just never know unless you're direct with them. You get someone else to be direct with them, I suppose. Maybe not Discord. Discord is not good recently. Well, I mean, whatever the kids are using nowadays for chatting. I suggest Discord because that's where most of us are, I think. And that's where a lot of like group chats and stuff happen. Being direct gives me whatever the opposite of an ick is. A yum. A yum? I guess a yum. Yeah, it's like, don't be aggressive, but you can be honest and direct. So try that. Try that. But I'm gonna be honest with you, DDP, you're probably already considered their friend. Just ask them to hang out. So, good luck with that. Good luck. You sound like a cool person. Next is from Greg, who's asking, how does he find true love? Bring on the bad advice. They say that the truest of love comes from dating apps. You should install every single dating app in existence and also pay all the premium subscriptions on them. Build a top-tier dating profile. And date as many people as possible all at the same time. And then you'll have choices. Then you can start playing process of elimination until you find the one that is right for you. Don't just 2-time, 3-time, 4-time, 50-time people, you know? How will you know that you found the one for you unless you date as many people possible? There you go. Like a dating game, but IRL. Yeah, gotta catch them all, right? Right? Persona 5 strat, exactly. Date everyone. True love is like Kingdom Hearts. Gather as many people's love as possible to create true love. It's sad this is how it has to be now. But that's... Okay. I'm giving this person bad advice because they asked it. But I need to be real with you. It does not have to be like that. You can find true love without the assistance of dating apps. I will say, I do know some people who found their true love on dating apps. But I've had to lecture my friend's little sister about this time and time again. I keep telling her, please, just delete your dating apps. Please. It's even harder. It's just... I think it really is about just putting yourself out there and going to, like, places where you will meet people. And then eventually you'll meet someone, or maybe somebody who's already in your life, you know? Yeah, you just have to keep your mind and your heart open. Tried dating apps during college. It was not fun. Well, that's even worse. Because college kids are basically all... That's what they are, is just a bunch of kids on a dating app trying to messily navigate relationships. I gave dating apps a few tries and only got one date while the companies got all my data. That's what they want from you. You don't want to use a dating app because you honestly don't want to meet people that way. However, I've never felt like I was in a good enough mental state for a relationship, so maybe that's just a me thing. This is another thing that I know, like, it's not like anybody asked for advice on this, but there are some people... What if your friend group is all married? Well, look outside the friend group! Your friends all have their own other friend groups as well. Like, you just having a bunch of friends... Those friends have friends, and those friends also have friends. Then you have like this infinite spider web of relationships and bonds and stuff right before your eyes. And any connection in that spider web could be the person for you. You know? Become their third... Shut up, Fafu! Shut up! I mean, look, no judgment on people that are poly. I'm just But yeah, Odo, if you're asking, what if your friend group is all married? I live with a bunch of married couples. Like, my best friends are all married to each other. And there's a lot to learn from being surrounded by couples. That's why, that's part of why I'm able to give as good advice as I can about romance, is just from observing the people around me as well, and kind of, sort of, you know, being there for them as well. So being involved in a friend capacity. Gonna find a random couple and become their adopted child. Well, that's kind of the life that I'm enjoying right now, is that all these couples have adopted me as their adopted children, and all these like friends have adopted me as their little sister, and I am enjoying all the benefits of it. But yes, Greg, I gave you your bad advice. Adopt you too. Come here, we can both be the adopted. Well, the joke is that I'm like the fourth pet of the household. Phoebe, are you sure they are not in a polycule and they are not in a polycule and just aren't telling you? I'm pretty sure. I would like to think that they would tell me if they were a polycule. But does that mean that I'm like the poly pet? Anyway, congrats, Greg, on your bright future in dating apps. They give polycule energy. I'm sorry, Papa. That's crazy. That's crazy. You can't just go and say that. But I mean, they joke sometimes about being a polycule. Wouldn't that be crazy if? What if I was just living with a polycule and they just didn't tell? You know, okay, I need to stop thinking right now. I need to stop thinking. That would make me the Polly Pocket. Also, hi Serena, welcome in. We love Phoebe, but we think of her like a pet. Well, they joke about that all the time. How I'm not. I'm just like. Their jokes are subtle hints, please. This question is from Darth Marth. Phoebe, please clarify. Is a steak a soup, a salad, or a sandwich? Bring on the bad advice. Well, it's quite obvious, isn't it? This sounds so wrong. A steak is a salad. A steak is a salad. It's not like it's sandwiched in anything. Like a steak on its own, whether it's cut up or whether it's just a steak, like as a full steak, it's a salad. It's not a soup. Obviously, it's not liquid enough. It's not a sandwich. It's not sandwiched in anything. It's a salad. But there are salads that have steak in them, right? Steak salads and stuff. So here's what it is. The triangle theory of food. Every food is either a soup, a salad, or a sandwich. If you think about its like composition, and it's like physically, it's definitely not a soup or a sandwich. Therefore, it can only be a salad. There's sandwiches with steak too, yeah, but it's not sandwiched between anything. It's just, guys. I think we need to revise the triangle theory. How would you revise it? How would you revise it? This has been long studied, and there have been scholars of the triangle theory of food, or it's a quadrangle theory. What would you add? If it, like, in addition to soup, salad, or sandwich, what would you add? This theory doesn't survive peer revision, but it has been peer reviewed multiple times. Steak is in the middle of the triangle. What do you mean? So it is equally soup, salad, and sandwich? Other. What do you mean other? Other? You've got to be more specific than that. Steak is a salad if you have sides with it, especially fries and chips. Yeah, but on its own too? Also a salad. A whole slab of steak, that's a salad. Yeah, you can't other the triangle. The secret fourth, more sinister option. More sinister. Could slab of meat be a category? But then would only meat be in that? You knew this marriage was a bad idea. Oh no. Is this already causing friction in your marriage? Is this already caught a fourth corner pancake? Are you saying that a steak is a pancake? Tofu is also a salad. How about a delicious steak sandwich? Then that's a sandwich. That's a sandwich. What about dumplings? Dumplings are a sandwich. If you think about it, but it's usually boiled and served in soup. Okay, here's the thing. Dumplings on their own. Sandwich. You put the dumplings into a soup, like, you know, a wonton soup or something like that. That's a soup. Because compositionally, that is more... The ratio of, like, soup to the dumpling is way more soup. But a soup dumpling... A soup dumpling is a sandwich. So long as the soup is encased inside. Soup dumpling is a sandwich. What about a super salad? How is a dumpling a sandwich? It's the filling is encased in like the dumpling wrapper, you know? Therefore, it serves the same purpose as like the fillings of a sandwich being encased in like bread. So like a hot dog in a bun is actually a sandwich as well. A hot dog on its own is a salad. Not everything needs a category. Well, unfortunately, the world just works like this. Everything can and will be categorized. A human is a sandwich. A human is a sandwich. Would I still love you if you were a worm? Of course I would. Of course I would. And a worm? A worm is a salad. Is tonkatsu a sandwich? Of course tonkatsu is a sandwich! Because it's breaded, right? Katsu and anyway. Phoebe loves Aristotle. I do. I also love Socrates too. Gotta have a Socratic seminar about the triangle theory. Does that mean spaghetti's a salad? Yes, spaghetti's a salad. You got it! But you got it! You got it, 8-ball. You got it! Crunchwrap and Supreme are ironically not sandwiches. Are they not? I consider them a sandwich. But, you know, you can... Wait. I thought you were the child, Suzu. So are you Crunchwrap and Supreme, or are you just one or the other? What is pure salt? I mean, if... It says all foods are a soup, salad, or sandwich. I guess pure salt can be considered a... I guess all seasonings are salads. What's pudding? Pudding is a salad. Pudding's a salad. Anyway, Darth Marth, thank you. I spent so much time on your question. I hope this answers it for you. Alright. Next is a question from... Pudding isn't a thick soup? Well, okay, wait. We need to think about what pudding is. Because when you said pudding, I thought about Japanese puddings, which are more like flans. A flan is a salad. But if you're talking pudding, like the pudding, like snack pack cups from like Target or Walmart, those are soups. Those are soups. putting these... No! If plants need sunlight to survive, then what's sunlight? Can we just restrict this to food that humans would eat? Anyway, you're thinking of American snack pack puddings. Okay. What if you have beef stock in the fridge and it turns into gelatin? Then it's no longer a soup. That becomes a salad. Is a sandwich kiki or booba? Depends on the sandwich. Jeez. Okay, hold on. I need to plug my phone in real quick. Give me a second. A pudding requires cooking and material mixing. Hence not a salad. It must be categorized as a solid soup or sandwich. Okay, now we're getting into some like craziness here. If we so I was talking more about the physical state and composition of the food, but if we're talking about like preparation, what kind of preparation is required, and that goes into the categorization of if it's a soup, salad, or sandwich, then things get even more complicated. But I'm talking mostly about physical form here. Are the definition of these written down anywhere? It's more of an abstract kind of thing. But anyway, we can get back to this. Like, so sushi is a salad. Okay, we're not getting into sushi right now. Depending on the sushi, it's either a sandwich or a salad. But we're not getting into that. That's very complicated. Sushi comes in many forms. Is water wet or is it wetness? Oh my gosh. Okay, next question. It's supposed to be love advice. Just a boy in love with a girl. Okay, just a boy in love with a girl wants good advice. Is there any actual hope that you might get to be friends with your Oshi? Like, obviously I want to marry her, but like, I can settle for just friends, of course. Am I really out of my lane here? Is there truly no hope for me out here to want to marry a girl who brings me more happiness than anything in this world? Is that so wrong to feel? Any additional comments or requests? I've worded this deliberately so that it doesn't apply to anyone specific. I didn't want you to assume that it's about you or any other specific individual, so I went with the simple, ambiguous term of Oshi here. They want good advice. Okay, I'm gonna call you boy. Okay, boy. This is my... This is my advice. I answered this kind of question last time too. It's not like... It's not wrong for you to feel that way. It's not wrong for you to feel that way. In fact, it's quite a common occurrence. However, I think you already have a disadvantage by... And it's not impossible, but you have a disadvantage coming from a fan. The fact that you're calling her your Oshi. I know that you worded it this way to be vague, but like... You are putting her on a pedestal. You are seeing her in a very surface level, one-dimensional kind of way. Will she still make you happy more than anything in this world if she's not being happy all the time like she is on stream? When you get to see the human parts of her, are you going to feel the same way? There is a power dynamic there as well. The thing is, like, even for someone like me, who like just acts pretty much the same way on stream as I do in person, and who's very honest, open about a lot of things about myself, there are still things that you don't know about me. And there are still things that, you know, that for one reason or another, like, it's just... There's no reason for it to like, come up on stream or whatever. And I'm not saying that like the connection's not genuine, but it's a kind of connection that almost steers you in like puts you on a path, puts you like on like if your relationship with somebody can go in multiple ways, like acquaintance or friend or romantic or like fan or whatever, it's steering you away from that kind of like closeness, because like, and I guess this is like a thing. This is a thing that I have thought of as an entertainer before too. I always thought to myself, I feel like the person that is for me is probably outside of any of these spaces that I frequent for work. You know, I always thought to myself, they're probably not going to be at a convention. They're probably not going to be like in my like anime and VTuber circles online, because like I feel like the people there have some preconceived notions of me as a person. And even if I got close to them, they might not be able to see me as anything but like an idol. And being an idol is something that's very, very precious to my heart, you know. And it's part of what makes me who I am. But VTubers need to marry someone with health insurance, I'm sorry. What does that have to do with anything, Fuffo? But no, it's like, if you're able to, if you get to know them better, and you're able to fall in love with them even more for these things that they don't show to their fans, then I think that's, then you can say that's real love, you know? So no, it's not wrong for you to feel that way. But you'd have to really... Stars would have to align for you. Stars would have to align for you to get to like a romantic point. Now becoming friends with them, that is possible. But that also requires... So you're saying there's a chance. There's a chance of anything. There's a chance of a piano falling from the sky and killing me tomorrow. Like there's always a chance of anything. But what I'm saying is that the chances are extremely, extremely slim, and to be honest, you'd be better off like looking elsewhere. Zephyriana, thank you so much for the raid. Thank you. How was your stream and what were you guys up to? What were you up to? I think it's a reflection of a deeper loneliness in the person's life, and they lack people in real life to connect with, and I say this without scorn for them. I mean, I think that regardless of like how many friends or genuine connections you have in your life, it's always possible for there to be like... It's always possible for parasocial relationships to arise. I do think that there's different levels of it. Like I certainly... You guys have seen the way I talk about Kaze. Like, there's like levels to it, you know? You can admire somebody, but you need to be like... realistic. Both for their sake and for yours, you know? So... yeah. That is my advice to you is... No, don't beat yourself up for feeling that way. But... probably... seek out friendship and love elsewhere, you know? I think creators have like... not just creators, but like idols and stuff, they have a true love for their fans. A lot of them, most of them do. But it's like not that kind of love, you know? It's a different kind of love. Like the love that like a teacher has for their students. It's a different kind of love, you know? It's not really that you can't... I mean, once you get to college, I guess you can. But like for most of your life, you're not really friends with your teachers, you know? Neither are they like true like parent figures to you. Can be parent-like, you know. But like different kinds of relationships, you know? someone who worked as a high school teacher, that's a good comparison. Yeah, I say this as somebody who's done teaching and stuff and tutoring in the past as well. I have genuinely, like, loved my students before. But they're not my actual little siblings. They're not my actual kids. They're not, like... I mean, I've had students that are the same age as me before, too. They're not, like, my actual friends. It's a different kind of thing, you know? Doesn't mean it's not genuine, it's just... taking you on a different branch. Anyway, best of luck to you, boy. Next is from someone named... Oh, this is from someone named Please Help. They want bad advice. How would you get a small cylinder, 5.1 inches in length, about 4.5 inches in girth, unstuck from a mini M&M's tube filled with butter and microwave mashed banana? It is imperative that the cylinder not be harmed. Pull harder. I mean, like, probably if you like. Wait. I mean, if you think about it. Wait, M&M's tubes are small. Anyway, well, if you think about it, butter melts, right? And probably mashed banana too. If you heat up the butter, then surely whatever that cylinder is will be able to come undone. But make sure to use unsalted butter. Oh god. Oh. You need to poke a hole in the end of the M&M container with a knife. What does the hole do? Let the cylinder breathe? I don't... I mean... I'm gonna be real. I must commend this person for being a firm believer in Darwinism. Free chastity belt. You should probably shouldn't be reproducing anyway. Just keep it on. Who says that? Who says that you need to get it off? You know. Get a homie to help you pull. Next time you should put it in the square hole. Don't reproduce. Yeah, don't get pregnant actually, or rather, don't get someone pregnant. Just free chastity belt. Keep it on. Keep it on. Get a homie to blow on the end to push it out of the cylinder. Yeah, next time try the square hole. The square hole's always correct. It is imperative that the cylinder not be harmed. It's so funny. Seek help. They are seeking help. They're called. They say it says please help right here. They're seeking help. How about sanding down the edges? Well, in all honesty, couldn't they just melt the M&M container? Okay, maybe not. I don't know. I don't know. Also, thank you so much, Inanna, for resubscribing for 5 months. Big love. Welcome back to the FeebeeHive. Buzzsaw? Oh god, screwdriver. It must remain unharmed. Cylinder is still too big. Well, is there a way to make the cylinder smaller? Honestly, the M&M container is a cylinder too, so it's just part of the same cylinder now. Katai. Yeah, they've just become one cylinder now. Have they considered asking the M&M container nicely to let go? That is a good question. Cut your losses and also the cylinder. Okay. No more. Best of luck with your cylinder. You've gotten so much advice from both me and chat. Chat apparently has experience with this and has a bunch of good advice to share with you. Next one is from Bing Bong. Ooh, Bing Bong! It's the Bing Bong! Bing Bong says, Bing Bong, Bing 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 Bong, Bing Bong, Bing 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 Bong, Bing 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 Bong Bing Bing, Bing Bong Bong Bing Bing Bong. Bring on the bad advice. They also say, Bing 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 Bong. Ooh, bad advice, huh? My advice to that is, Bing Bong Bing Bong, Bing Bong, Bing 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 Bong, Bing Bong Bing, Bing Bong Bing, Bong, Bing, Bing Bong, Bing Bong, Bing Bong. Yeah, so... But that stays between the two of us, alright? Okay. Are you sure I think that advice was too good? It's hard to give bad advice to this, to be honest. It's hard to give bad advice to this. It's just too good of a question. I'm not repeating it. I'm not repeating what I just said. That was wisdom for those who were actually carefully listening. So, best of luck with that, Bing Bong. Can't believe the Bing Bong came in my chat to ask me advice. Next one is from Anon, who wants good advice. I live in a kind of small town where not much happens and my time outside of work is fairly limited. But I feel I at least want to make more friendships outside of work and home. And possibly more. Is there any advice you might have on meeting other people? Good advice, please. So... I mean, this definitely is gonna be fully dependent on, like, how you use your limited free time, right? If it's a small town, and there's not very many opportunities for you to go to, like, mixers or, like, events, and you probably know a lot of the people in this town already, you're gonna have to, like... Probably... I mean, the good thing is that we live in this time of this age of technology, right? So there's a lot of friendships that you can form online. And, I mean, you asking me this and having access to this question form probably implies that you're already in some of these online communities. But I do think that, like... online friends and long-distance friends and stuff are no less genuine than IRL ones. It's just a little bit more inconvenient because you can't like go hang out in person and stuff. But definitely like look for hobby groups, whether they're online, if they're in person. Yeah, that is correct. Yeah, hobbies are good ways to meet people. People that have the same interests as your similar interests. Look online, but also if it ends up becoming that big of a priority for you, and if you are privileged enough to do so, you might have to, like, move away to, like, a different place. Or see if you're allowed to, like, work from home for a little bit. Or, like, work remotely for a little bit, and, like, go on a trip somewhere and work remotely from somewhere far away. Yeah, I may need to travel out to the next closest towns and attend their social events for hobbies and such. Like, either find a way to connect with people online, or really use that limited time of yours to go out of your way and change your environment a little bit. You made a lot of good friends via Magic the Gathering at, like, card shops and stuff. Yeah, like the library too. Like there's probably events for... But I mean, this guy was saying that not very much happens in his town, so I'm assuming he's looked for events before. But if there are no events like that, you may have to go out of your comfort zone a little bit. But it's not impossible. You just unfortunately probably will have to spend a lot of whatever limited free time you have on this, if it is that much of a priority for you. Then once you meet people, you'll be able to spend more time with those people doing the other hobbies you'd be doing otherwise. But best of luck to you, Anon. It is not impossible. I believe in you. Next one. It's from Skeleton. Any skincare advice for this cold, dry winter season? Bring on the bad advice. You want bad advice? Love you, Phoebe. Say, I love you too. You want bad advice? Well, I mean, from Skeleton. You don't have to worry about skincare if you just don't have skin. I mean, you should already know this, Skeleton. Just like, get rid of your skin. But I guess taking care of skin? Tear skin off. I mean, you could also... It's important to moisturize, so you should lather yourself in butter. I mean, butter will do it too. Just pick something... Yeah. No skin, no problem. It's oh my gosh, there's like a saying or something, right? Skin off your back? No, it's not skin off your back. It's like water off your back or something. No skin, no problem. No skin, no problem. Anyway, best of luck, Skeleton. Next is from Phoebe Fan 67. 67. Anyway, they want bad advice. If I were to ask someone out, should I include the image of Steph Curry on the moon? I mean, that's effective in like any situation, to be honest. Anytime you put a little bit of effort into anything, that image of Steph Curry on the moon is relevant. Can't wait to see you play Expedition 33. Oh, thanks! Thanks! You should ask them out with that image. But superimpose your face on the earth. And their face on Steph Curry. So actually, it's not you shooting your shot. They're shooting their shot at you. 6-7, Dio. 8-9? What is 8-9? What is 8-9? I mean, I guess it's what follows after 6 and 7. Playing is a classic tradition. To avoid skincare. The new and improved 6-7. Is that really a thing? You don't know 8-9? I don't know if I'm being gaslit right now. Is it a different meme now? Gaslit, yes. 8-9 is fake. I'll keep that in mind. 8 and 9 are fake numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 11, 12. 8 and 9 are myths. 8 and 9 are a government conspiracy to distract us from the real issues of 6-7. It's a video of the Grinch actor at one amusement park. Oh! So the Grinch really does say 8-9? It's a really cute Azumanga Daioh 6-7-8-9 fan comic. What? Gas keep, gas boss, gaslight. Oh yes. You should include it in your Valentine. Next up is Anon. Anon wants good advice. I've been with my partner for years. Well, let me check this off. There you go. Been with my partner for years, and I love the relationship we have, but I'm going through a bit of a difficult adjustment period. How do I broach the subject of needing a little more attention and care without coming off as clingy or needy? Okay, thank you, Anon, for your question. I wish I had a little bit more details about whatever the adjustment period is that you're going through. How do you broach the subject of needing a little more attention and care without coming off as clingy or needy? Well, I think the thing that what is not being communicating your needs, communicating your feelings is not automatically clingy or needy. I I think being pushy about it and being unreasonable about it is the point where it becomes clingy or needy. You think you might know what that adjustment period might mean, but you shan't say. If you have any ideas, feel free to... Yeah, exactly, you're in a relationship, so it's okay. It's not just okay to be honest, it's necessary to be honest. It is 100% necessary for you to communicate with your partner. And therefore, you should just tell them. Be like... And if you want to, you can even explain why. Be like, hey honey, I'm going through this and this right now, and as a result, I've been feeling really down and insecure about certain things, so I would really love if you gave me a little bit more attention and care. And if they're like, well, okay, how do you want me to do that? Then come up with some ideas in your mind, some examples. So like, the more specific you can get, the better probably. And then that way they can tell you, oh, that's reasonable, or oh, that's a little bit unreasonable, and then you guys can work out something that works for both of you, you know? If you're worried about coming across as clingy, you probably aren't going to because you're self-aware. Yeah, that's something else too, is I come to find that the people who are worried about either being bad people, or worried about being clingy, or worried about being annoying, or whatever, are the ones that are less likely to be those things because they are so self-conscious about it. So I think it's good that you're trying to be considerate of your partner's feelings and trying to not be clingy or needy, but also think like definitely communicate clearly with them. That's what a lot of this comes down to, you know. Communicate with them. See what's reasonable and what's a reasonable and what's an unreasonable ask, but also consider your own feelings and needs too. Like, if they really love you and they're being mature about it and they're willing to work it out, then they're not going to make you feel bad for having communicated that, and they'll try to find a solution that works for both of you. You know? It's always possible they can take it badly, but that's a level of overreaction that I don't know if it's realistic to predict for. Yeah, and if they do, if you're being mature about it and you're just communicating with them normally and they're being big babies about it for some reason, then maybe it's time for you guys to reevaluate things. You know, I don't want to like say that it's gonna be like that for this person. In fact, I think this person is gonna be just fine. But just communicate. Be honest. I think that's what a lot of this comes down to, is just being as open and honest as possible. That's gonna be my advice for a lot of this, I think. Next one. Oh! This one is from Maple Flowers from Maple! I wonder what it's going to be. That's okay, wait. Let me check some people off. Now we're on 182. Okay. Maple asks, hi Phoebe, tomorrow being Valentine's Day, I have a big dilemma I need help with. My girlfriend has invited me on a restaurant date, but my Oshis are waiting for me back at home. How should I balance my girlfriend and my Oshis on this super important day? Should I ghost my girlfriend so I get more time with my Oshis? Bring on the bad advice. I'm sorry. Alright. Okay, Maple. The answer is clear here. Answer is clear here. Your girlfriend can leave you at any time. But you know who will never leave? You know who will consistently come back and be there for you, whether you like it or not? On your screen, in your VODs, on your monitor? Your Oshi. Valentine's Day is a day like any other. If your girlfriend really loved you, she would show you that love every other day besides Valentine's Day. She wants to take you out on an obligatory Valentine's Day date to a restaurant. she should have showed you that love every other day. But you know who does stream every day specifically because they love you? Specifically because they know that you're watching is your Oshi. So yeah. What you can do is you can take your iPad, like a little iPad baby, to the restaurant and put your Oshi on full blast at the restaurant. And this is the true test of love right here. If your girlfriend really loves you, she has to understand that she's sharing you with her Oshi, with your Oshi. The Oshi goes to the restaurant as well. Brainwash your girlfriend until she also starts loving your Oshi so you can enjoy together. Oshi polyamory. You know what? True. And then you have to ask your girlfriend, hey, have you contributed yet to our gift to our girlfriend Oshi? Have you? If you loved me, you would drop our Oshi in Akasupa right now. If you truly loved me, you know? Our Oshi. The communal Oshi. So this is the real, this is you've reached a point in your relationship where you're now being tested. Otherwise, the stream stays on is crazy. The stream stays on in bed is crazy. Anyway, there you go. There's your bad advice. Best of luck, Maple, and also best of luck to both of you. Absolutely wild. We'll see how their Valentine's Day goes. I'm expecting an update tweet. From Maple herself. You both stopped to listen to the Zatsu. You're in the middle of it, and then you're like, wait. What'd she say? What did she say? Can we rewind it real quick? Maybe your Oshi will bless your love. This next one is from Starpig. Thank you, Starpig. I am a lesbian and a student right now. I'm a hopeless romantic and desperate for beautiful romance. Or at least desperate to ask a girl out to start. Problem is, I'm rather mask/tomboyish and have traditionally masculine interests like gaming. I can be pretty awkward around people sometimes, but I always want to try to make everyone feel included/happy and get along with others. And I'm not close with many in my school right now, other than my core couple friends, which makes me fear that no one will want to go out with me, as I am very self-conscious/anxious about these things. Who knows if they even like girls anyway? Can you give me any advice at all for how to get a date and have a good relationship? Thanks a lot. You want good advice. Sorry if this is a lot or you don't have a good answer. I'm gonna do my best for you, Starpig. I'm gonna do my best for you. What I will say is that there's no... It's not a problem at all that you're mask or tomboyish. Or you have quote-unquote masculine interests like gaming. For every... Gosh, why am I having a brain fart right now? For every butch, there is a lipstick lesbian out there. Okay, wait, real quick. Real quick. Well, let's pause. Kiwasi, I don't think anyone is actually praying to me. I think that they're joking. I think they are joking. Just to clarify. But anyway. Yes, for every butch out there is a lipstick lesbian waiting for you to sweep her off her feet. And lots of people. I mean, like, I will always say, even if you're 1 in a million, that means there's thousands of people like you in this world. You can find someone like yourself. I like to believe in my heart that every single person out there has someone who's made for them out there in the world. I believe in soulmate theory. I really do. And so you as this mask / tomboyish person definitely have somebody out there who will think that you're perfect just the way that you are. As for like meeting people, especially like, okay, so if you're queer and you're looking for other queer people, luckily there's more resources for that like nowadays. There's definitely like, especially if you're a student right now, if your school probably has some like LGBTQIA+ resources and like gatherings and hangouts and clubs and stuff. You know, sometimes there's like lesbian mixers and all that you can go to. Definitely have to like keep an eye out for that. Or I know that some of my housemates have like gone to like lesbian bars and stuff before. So there are definitely places like that. You may have to go out of your way to find people that like other people that are queer too, but that's one way, you know. And I think you're not the only person out there who's awkward as well. You know, I think lots of people feel awkward and that's part of the beauty of it all. I think navigating awkward waters a little bit with someone who's feeling, well, who either is feeling just as awkward as you, or maybe who like knows more than you and is like taking the lead and stuff. I think that's something beautiful. 'Cause no one's perfect. No one's got perfect riz or anything either. From my understanding, tomboys are really popular by WLW. Yeah, I think mask girls are really cool. Yeah, but be patient. Be patient with yourself. I'm gonna say, especially if you're like still a student, you're probably pretty young. You have your whole life ahead of you. And I think that like love comes when you are least looking for it. Of course, it's never gonna come if you just like don't interact with people at all. But like, I think the more that you just be yourself, like you said that you get along with others pretty well, and you will meet more and more people, then that beautiful romance will come to you one day. And also, like, I don't know. I think that romance is so much harder to navigate when you're young, like really really young too, because like you don't know what you want, I guess. But I get you. I'm a big hopeless romantic as well. And I'm sure, not just for us, but for lots and lots of people here in this chat, that fairy tale romance of yours will come one day. I'm sure. I'm sure. Just let it ride out. Yeah. Basically, just let nature take its course. For realsies. Thank you, Star Pig! Next is from Leaf. What is love? Bring on the bad advice. Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. No more. Thank you, Leaf. Next is from Carniflora. Ooh! Hi, Carniflora. Carniflora asks for good advice. I've been single for 13 years now. I'm neurodivergent, so it's very difficult for me to tell when I'm being flirted with. I tried a few speed dating events last month and got 0 matches both times. I'm at a loss of where to meet women of my age. Any advice? Okay. Carniflora, first of all, I've met you several times at meet and greets before, and you're a lovely person, you really are. I understand the struggle of being neurodivergent and not being able to really tell if you're being flirted with. That kind of is an issue that I had for a long time too. I mean, if you've tried just a few, I'd say, well, first of all, don't give up hope. You're trying now. Fairly certain that in those 13 years you weren't trying that entire time, but now you are. And it's only been a few speed dating events, and the world is big. The world is very, very big, which means you have a lot of options, but which also means that, you know, people that match with you are gonna be a little bit like, it may take some trying. It's like trying to like find the right like doctor or therapist for you. Like you have to sometimes like try out different things and experiment with different therapists and stuff till you find the right one. But you just can't give up hope. So my first advice for you is don't give up hope. There's still so much of your life ahead of you, and I think that just the more you try, you will meet somebody. If you're a neurodivergent, maybe there is like you're a neurodivergent and accidentally flirted with someone according to a friend of yours. Oh, Pykel. Yeah, that's. I mean, I guess that's a thing that could happen as well. A lot of people have been asking me about how to meet people their own age. And that becomes a struggle at a point, huh? Probably. Because there's probably a point where, like, a lot of people around you, like in your circles, like, either already are in long-term relationships or have gotten married or something like that. But I guarantee you that there are... Yeah, how big is their normal social network? Romantic opportunities should scale from that. So, I know that this person goes to conventions and stuff, at the very least. Which is good! You meet so many people at cons. You really do. A difficult part is... One, meeting somebody who is actually, like, open to and looking for romance. Two, finding, like, making sure that, like, the boxes are checked off and are, like, things like age align well in the way that you're comfortable with and that they're comfortable with. And, like, three, like, making sure that you match up in a lot of other ways, too. It's a lot of, like... a lot of planets that need to align right. But the more you put yourself out there, the more you just, like, meet people. Like Pykel said, you have to live a life that's full. Travel each and every byway. It's good advice, honestly. Like, it is just meet more and more and more people. And yeah, I guess if there are meetups where you can meet other neurodivergent people, that might help too, because then you can already get past the first barrier of knowing whether or not the person you're talking to is even seeking somebody out. You know, it's just gotcha. You have to roll a lot till you get the S pull. It kinda is, but then, like, you can always up your chances by pulling more. I mean, it's the same thing with, like, the dreams that I'm pursuing in terms of, like, entertainment and stuff. I just try to give Lady Luck as many opportunities to find me as possible. If romance is gotcha, can I wail for better chances? I mean, certainly people that have, like, a lot of, like, time and money to, like, go travel to more places and therefore meet more people can, like, increase their chances, you know? So I guess that's kind of wailing. Hoping to find your match within the Phoebeans. That would be so cute! Hidden in! Oh! What if we did... Oh, I don't know if this is a bad idea or not, but... What if we did a FeebeeHive dating show? Like for reals. Okay, I'm gonna pocket this idea. I'm gonna pocket this idea. Get back to it. Later on. I don't know. But it is Phoebe the matchmaker. You guys don't even know how many couples I've helped match with each other in real life. It's quite a bit. And the success rate of those romances is pretty high, if I do say so myself. I've helped some couples get together among the Phoebeans as well. The success rate has been mixed for those. Oh, now we're going through dating before marriage. I mean, Orbital... You guys certainly... You and Disky certainly had some kind of interactions before marriage because you had a full Crunchwrap Supreme pair of babies. Remember Love or Host? Yeah. I don't know. I think it might be fun. Sometimes it's okay to be single, love yourself. No, exactly. Not just sometimes, it's always okay to be single. There's literally nothing wrong with being single. And I do think that like self-love is the most important in the whole world, probably. And that's something that I'm still working on, and a lot of us are still working on throughout our entire lives. You know? What does that mean? What does what mean? Carniflora, stay single and love yourself. You have yourself who loves you. Stay single is such a funny thing to say to him. What I mean to say, I think what you mean to say is it's okay to stay single. Steiner Chicot was very distracting. You're scared? Oh, but Pengy. But Pengy, isn't he charming? Isn't he more charming this way, actually? What if I just keep him here really big on the screen? There you go. He's watching. Yeah, Steiner's watching. He's watching. Well, that was really scary. I know, Steiner's already scary enough as he is normally. Who thought that he could be even more scary? Big. But... yeah, best of luck to you, Carniflora. You got this, Put him upside down, peeking from the ceiling. Oh, God. That was good idea. Next up is from Jabber, our very own mod Jabber. My question, dear Phoebe. Phoebe, my chum, my friend, my idol, my pal, my cutesy wootsy, bubbly, jubbly, favorite streamer is simple. Oh, I'm honored to be all of that. How do I show off my love of cinema without coming off as obsessed to anyone I may be attracted to? You know my love of movies. You know the funds I've spent to curate my collection. And in the back of my mind, I've always been worried that someone I bring home would consider me obsessive or something, or consider it something I'd put first over my relationship. Good advice. Your full honesty and insight is greatly appreciated as always. Can I just say, how is this any different than bringing someone home and showing them like your figure collection? I think, from the bottom of my heart, I think that people that are I think passion is something that's extremely attractive about somebody. If somebody is like super passionate about something, I'd love to see their collection, or I'd love to hear them yap about it, or have them teach me about it. Isn't that something that's beautiful? Is that like when you meet somebody, whether it's a friend, or like whether you end up becoming friends, or like, you get into a relationship or something, learning more about that person through the things that they love is such a beautiful thing. And I would like to hope that, you know, that person would also love to learn about my passions and the things that make me happy too. So, like, I don't think it's something you have to be worried about at all. I think you should wear that passion on your sleeve. And the person that is right for you will... I mean, it's not, as long as it's not an unhealthy obsession, of course. I don't think that... as far as I know, I don't think your love of movies and your movie collection is something that's obsessive. I don't think it's like unhealthily obsessive or anything like that. So I think the person that's meant for you will embrace your love of movies as well. Even if that's not her thing, she will respect your love for it and will love you for your passion about it. Yep. As long as you don't have like a shrine to Keanu Reeves, your friend. I mean, if he had a shrine to Keanu Reeves, as long as it's not creepy, like as long as it doesn't have like locks of Keanu Reeves' hair, then it's probably fine. You make sure to pay the bills first and foremost. Exactly. And if it ever comes up, if you ever like bring someone home and you're talking to them, or you get in a relationship and it comes up and they feel like you're prioritizing it over the relationship, or if you feel like if you're worried that they might think that, then you can always reassure them and be like, don't worry, I am passionate about this thing, but you're still very important to me as well, you know? And that's just something that you can communicate with them. This is a bad time to mention the Keanu Daki I kiss sloppy style every night before bed. I will not judge you for that, Aqua. You are still just as loved and welcome here, even if you sloppy style kiss your Keanu Daki every night before bed. Best of luck, Jalber. Best of luck to you. Next question is from Narakona. Narakona asks, do you think conventions are a solid way to meet someone in the general VTuber/anime community? How would one break the ice in approaching someone at a con? Well, definitely be respectful about it. I think some of the ways that I've just made friends at conventions have been like one of my longest time friends that I met at a convention. I literally ran up to him because I was like, oh, you have a fight stick decorated with Ronka from Macross Frontier. And I pulled out my phone and I had my Ronka case on my phone and I had a Ronka wallpaper on it. And I was like, I love Ronka. She's my favorite. She's my Oshi. And then that's how I became friends with him. I was just running up to someone and being like, yeah, you know who I'm talking about, Hidden. And just talk about things that you have in common. Compliment their cosplay in a respectful way. You know, be like, oh, I see your Ida bag that you're interested in this person. He's my husbando, or whatever, you know. Or just like be like, hey, how's your con? If you happen to be like hanging out and taking a rest in the same area, you know. That's the beauty of conventions, is that you can make friends and acquaintances just by like talking about similar interests, because you know already that there are people within niches there. So if you can find people in niches that are even more in that niche, like people that like the same media as you or same characters, then that's a good way of starting out, you know? And so there are plenty of ways to break ice. In terms of meeting someone, I'm assuming you mean meeting someone like romantically. I mean, sure, why not? Because like my advice to anybody who like wants to meet people that are potential romantic interests is like, or even just meet friends, is go to like events that are hobby based, based on things that you enjoy. Like go to those card shops, or go to your local library or whatever. Go to that swing dance class. What if they think you're a loser because you're too into it? Then they're not worth your time, and you shot your shot and they weren't worth your time, and you should just try becoming friends with somebody else. But yeah, going to these events already are a good first step to making friends. Now, if it goes beyond that, you're just already increasing your chances by becoming friends with them in the first place. So, yeah. Just as much as any other, like, social gathering, conventions can be a good place to meet somebody. The complication for me is that, like, conventions have now become work for me, so I see it more as work than as like a social event. But for those of you guys that are like are going casually and stuff, yeah, it's definitely a good place to meet people in general. Hi, thank you, Narakona. Next up is, if it'll load, from Astro Zako. Phoebe, I'd like you to be my Valentine. How can I riz you up? Bring on the bad advice. You know... I guess I can answer this one. Because you're asking for bad advice, right? Give me all 6. I mean... I guess matching senses of humor with somebody is a good way. How do bees raise each other up? Lead a girl to a pollen-rich flower. 6, 7. Yeah, I guess you could hit me with the old 6, 7. That's possibly my mating call. Either that or that's the mating dance. The mating call is like, I guess learn a Fujikaze song and then riz me up with the 6, 7 at the same time and see what happens. There is a percent chance of success, but probably not very high. Skibbity bobbity boo, Jesus. Undergo a surgical brain procedure to make yourself love Ronka. If you have to undergo a surgical procedure to gaslight yourself into liking Ronka, then like that's sad. That is very, very sad. A 6.7% chance of success. Will you be the 6 to my 7? Step 1, become Japanese. Step 2, go to music school. Step 3, start a career as a musician. Step 4, change your name to Fujikaze. You know, what you need to do is you need to go back in time to 1997, and you need to be born as Fujikaze. Casket Girl 6, 7. Casket Girl 6, 7. That will increase your odds somewhat. But even then, Fujikaze doesn't have 100% success rate. Does not have 100% success rate. He would doubt. No, he. What about Goofy? What about Goofy? Stop being goofy. Next. This one is from someone. True, you have had your lover's spats with Kaze in the past. What do you mean lover's spats? What are you talking about? He would have to fumble hard. There's always, like I said, there's always a possibility of there's a chance of everything in this world. I don't know. This next one is from someone. Natural 0 roll, so sad. This person wants good advice. I'm going to my first speed dating event. It's nerdy/video game themed. Ooh, what things should I ask people about? I love video games, but I don't know a lot of franchises that well. Well, if you don't know a lot of franchises that well, I mean, at least you know what your favorites are, right? But I think instead what you can ask people is like, you know, things like, what are your favorite genres? Why do you love your favorite games? I think you can learn a lot by from someone by asking them why their favorites are their favorites, you know? Ask them about the Persona timeline. Ask them to explain to you all the Kingdom Hearts lore. That's what you should ask them. And then you'll have them there forever, you know? And you'll have them there always. No, honestly though, yeah, ask them why their favorites are their favorites, or like, what are your favorite things to do in games? Cause people have different favorite things, ways that they like to play their games. People love sharing them, and I think that the thing is ask mostly about them. Give your own personal Zelda timeline and have them critique it. I think that's really exciting though. The fact that it's nerdy/video game themed means that there's a lot like you've already like narrowed the pool down more. Haven't been here in a while. Welcome back, Chopper. Welcome back. I would love to try to explain the Kingdom Hearts lore to somebody that listens and has the time. It's my hyperfixation. Well, we're gonna be doing those lore check-in streams in between games. That's gonna be exciting. But yeah, being open to learning about their favorites. And you should be honest with them too. You should be like, I love video games so much. These are some of my favorites. But to be honest, I don't really like... I'm not very knowledgeable about some franchises. What are some of your favorite franchises? Ooh, what do you like about that franchise? Oh yeah, tell me more about... you know... why you love playing League of Legends. I don't know. I don't know. Like... just ask them some specifics. You can get real into it, you know? Oh, I won't sue you over this not being perfect, but some topic suggestions would actually be nice. I don't know why I said League of Legends, okay? I don't know why. Don't take that as a specific that you need to add to your question. League of Legends is a red flag. Okay. I'm not I'm not going specifically into League of Legends right now. But definitely ask them about their favorites. Be honest with them that you don't know franchises very well and maybe they can teach you, you know? Ask if they like League so you know to run in the opposite direction. Okay, you guys need to... Okay, you need to calm down. You guys need to calm down. What is this question here? From Aninonomos. How can I get my girlfriend pregnant? Pregnant? Pregnant. How can I get my girlfriend pregnant? Bring on the bad advice. Pregante. Pregnant? Actually, the person that you should be asking this advice for is probably the two that got married earlier. Do you guys have any advice? Disky? Orbital? How does one get someone pregnant? Well, I heard... So I've been told that hand-holding is extremely scandalous and that it needs to be censored. So I'm pretty sure. I'm not 100% sure. I wouldn't know. But I'm pretty sure that if you hold someone's hand, if two people love each other very much, and you hold their hand... Yeah, raw handhold. Shh. I know, this is like... This might get me banned, okay? This might get me banned, so shh. Raw hand-holding. Fingers interlocked. Skin against skin. No? Maybe your thumb, like, stroking their hand. Oh, it's too scandalous for me to imagine. So, yeah. I think... hand-holding. I think. That's just a theory, though. A Phoebe theory. Next question. Wait. How can I get more views on my Fantasy Life the girl who steals time videos? If I knew how to get more views on videos, then I would share the secret sauce everywhere. I'm sorry. I cannot help you with that. Next. Reporting this stream as we speak. No, don't report. No, I can't go back. I can't go back to Baby J. I can't. This one is from I Am an Idiot. No, you're not. Well, actually, we're gonna read this and find out. There's someone I have a crush on and would like to get to know better. The problem is that we're both really shy, introverted people. I only really know her online and she lives really far away. Even I'm smart enough to know that just hitting on her is a great way to end up blocked as a creep. Do you have any advice? Good advice, please. I mean... You, like, kind of sort of know each other, right? Knowing... it's good that you're aware that you're both shy, introverted people. And if you only know her online, there's only really one choice, right? It's to, like... get to know each other better. I mean, I know that's why you're asking. I know that's why you're asking. Treat it as a friend first. Treat her as a friend first, you know? If you want to get to know her better, then... I guess... find excuses to talk together. Interact with tweets sometimes, perhaps. Or, you know, if you're interacting on main, then maybe you can slide into DMs, but like not in like a romantic way at first, you know? Just try to talk as become friends first. There are steps to this. Not everyone takes these steps. Just go for it, bro. If she thinks that's creep behavior in and of itself, it wasn't meant to be. I guess the thing is, I don't think it's smart to just hit on someone like from the get-go unless you like know them already. Because also maybe you'll get to know her better and see that like your crush was like maybe you won't still have the same kinds of feelings. Definitely get to know her better. And then maybe like you can start like playing games together. I mean, there are ways to spend time with each other online. Watch shows and all of that. Really depends if you can handle being friends with crushes. Isn't that how a lot of like crushes start? As like your friends first, or I don't know. I feel like a lot of people. Oh, some people do skip steps though. Some people do skip steps. I do. Hold on. I'm sorry. I'm so hungry. I'm gonna eat some Utz cheese balls real quick. Oh no, I need to get through this tub faster. They're starting to go stale. They're not as crunchy. I mean, but this guy says that they're both really shy and introverted. So I suggest, because they both are that way, that they take it slow and become friends first. The cold approach is a forbidden jutsu unknown to you. You had a conversation with your work friend and you both kind of agreed that if you're 20 years older... If you're 20 years or older, you shouldn't be having crushes. Just talk to them. I mean, can't you be like crushing... Maybe you're defining crushes a little bit different. Because you can like be talking to somebody and have a crush on them. One day in the future, when I finally find my soulmate and I get married to them, I want to have a crush on them forever. I'm probably the kind of person who's gonna have little butterflies for them forever and ever and ever. I'll be 60 years old and I'll be like, honey, I think I have a crush on you. You're still crushing on your wife? Mm-hmm. There you go, the goat. Antonio the goat. But Phoebe, you are a little butterfly. That's me, I'm a little butterfly. That's me. You too want to have a crush on Phoebe's soulmate? What do you mean? That would be the best kind of relationship. Hubby, it's been 30 years and I still have a crush on you. Oh, ew. If they said ew, I think I would just die right there. I think I would dissolve into a pile of flour and I would just die. You're crushing on almonds right now? Ooh, I just bought myself a little... You know how I finished all those almonds on stream a couple of streams ago? I bought myself another pack. Damn! You are not an idiot. Hold on, I need to get myself a napkin. One moment. Okay. You're not an idiot. Take it slow, though. You both seem like the kind of people who need to take it slow. Get to know them as a friend. TLDR. Thank you! Next one is... from Mr. Delulu. Mr. Delulu says, I caught feelings for someone. We talked online a bit, nothing huge, just a few DMs here and there. We've also met twice IRL at events and vibed really well. I would really like to spend time with this person and see if a relationship blossoms. But I don't know how to let them know I want to spend time with them without coming on too strong. How do you get closer to someone online? When is it okay to let them know you're interested in a romantic way, but at the same time not come across as one of those guys? You know the kind, I'm sure. Please help. Okay. I have something for this. I have a bit of a script written up. Okay. So, first of all, I think you're already doing a good job. You're talking to them every now and then. I think it's totally okay to like ask them to spend a little bit more time. So first of all, I need to say, I am actually currently in the midst of wingmanning for somebody. There are hundreds of people it could be, but what I will say is that they are going to Mint's concert today. They are going on a date to Mint's concert. And they're gonna be watching, and I was like, I'm trying so hard to wingman right now. But the way that it's no one that you guys know. Probably. But the way that this person approached the person that they asked out was it was the same kind of thing. They'd like seen each other at like events for a while, and they were crushing and they talked a little bit. But they were just honest. They're like, I really want to spend more. It's nobody in the professional scene. It's a fan. They're fans. But yeah, they were just like, hey, I really like you, and I want to spend more time with you, and I have tickets to this thing that happens to be like, you know, I have tickets to this thing, so like, you want to go on a date. And it's at that point, you know, you're using dates, so you're being honest about your feelings. I think the point that Mr. Delulu is the point where like, okay, maybe you don't have to let them know that you're romantically interested yet. You can if you want to. But you can also just be like, you know, I really like spending time with you. It's another thing. Be honest. The speed at which you want to be, the speed at which you decide to be honest is like, is up to you. But sounds like things are going pretty well so far. So it might as well be a confession. Well, I think as adults, do we have to send these in via email or something? It could be a message, it could be a call or whatever. I find that for these first steps, messages might be a little bit better because you're not putting them on the spot and pressuring them. But it could be like, hey, I really have been enjoying talking to you a lot. It's really fun. I want to spend more time with you. So do you want to, you know, like next time we're both at an event together, you want to go get food? Or do you want to, like, I know you like this show. Do you want to watch a few episodes with me or something? Or you want to play a game together? Or you can do something like this. So you could be honest and be like, you know, this is, I don't want to. So with regards to the part of your question where you're like, I don't want to come across as one of quote unquote those guys. Just be honest. Be like, this is by no means. I don't want to pressure you or make you feel uncomfortable. And I know you might or might not feel the same interest in me. And that's okay. But I have had these little inklings of feelings for you. And if you wanted to, I'd love to get to know you better in that way. You know, I don't want to ruin our friendship or anything or make you feel pressured, but I would really love to get to know you better and explore things in a more romantic way with you, if you're down. And if she's chill, she'll either let you down easy and, you know, you'll be able to probably go back to being friends. Or maybe she'll be down to give that a try, you know? That's the kind of message I send before I was setting my phone down for the night. That is probably a good time to do that. I don't know. I'm giving this advice like I'm giving it to adults. I'm assuming you guys are adults, so if I accidentally call her bro once, is the relationship salvageable or do I just move country? You can call each other bro, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I remember when I had a date, the flavor was okay, but I wasn't a huge fan of the texture. Shut up, Aqua. How do I meet people in a town with no hangouts but bars and churches? Oh. I mean, decide what route you want to go then, the bar route or the church route. Or you can organize like a potluck or a party or a gathering yourself. Anyway, I think you're already down like on the right path. Just be honest with them. And ask to spend more time together. Whoop. This one is from Wannabe Idol-chan. I have everything I need to debut as an idol, but there are two things holding me back. Stage fright and a lack of community support. Feels bad to drop an original song to no audience, so what are your top 3 tips to make a successful Kaiga idol debut? Oh boy. Okay. First of all, I am cheering you on. You got this. Second of all, I think what I wish more people realized is that unlike, I think maybe VTuber debut culture has kind of like messed with this a little bit. A lot of the time when idols debut, they've got 0 audience and they've like got very little experience, and when I debuted, it wasn't really like a big thing. I just started. I just did the thing. And then started building like a fan base and stuff from there. The thing is, like, you really won't... 1, you won't get over stage fright. 2, you won't garner community support. And 3, you won't, like, have people listen to your songs unless you just do the thing. You just have to do the thing, you know? And that is doing the thing, forcing myself to do the thing over and over and over again, forcing myself to get up on stage, forcing myself to put out covers, put out songs, is what got me mostly over my stage fright, which is what helped me to start to build my community. I'm still building my community. You never stop. And then 3, it got my songs better. So like, I didn't drop an original song on debut. My debut performance and my very first original song that I ever worked on with the group that I was in before had like months in between. But even then, when we dropped our first original song, it was for us to have something to perform more than it was to have us like have there be like community support for it, because barely anybody knew who we were. I'd say don't hold yourself back just because you want something like a debut to be perfect. Debut is only the very beginning. It's just the beginning. You need to look forward to everything after that. If you really want to have like a nice debut, then you'll be building a portfolio for a good while. Not even just a good while. My portfolio is massive. I'm still building it. I'm still putting things in it, you know? So what I'd say is, if you want to have a dazzling debut, definitely practice a lot beforehand, of course. Make it personal and special to you. Make it be songs that you're gonna be happy that you performed. And 3, if you want people to show up for it, specifically for you, then do a lot of networking beforehand. But the end all be all is not debut, you know? It's everything that comes after. And I believe in you. But the thing is, you're not gonna get over the stage fright unless that's the biggest thing. You're not gonna get over the stage fright unless you keep putting yourself on stages. So just perform. That's what I'm gonna say, is just perform. And I believe in you. You got this. If you can, please also share some tips on how to properly make friends and network in a community without being a clout chaser. Well, as long as you're being genuine, you know? I think that going into these things, thinking to yourself, going into these relationships thinking to yourself, wow, these are people that love the same thing as me, that do the same thing as me, people that I can learn from, and who may learn from me in turn. And, you know, we have so much in common. Thinking that instead of thinking, what can I get out of these people, is always, I mean, you know, that's the way you should be approaching it. That said, don't expect anything out of others. Like, it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to ask for advice. But you shouldn't expect it out of people. Treat others as people. And with the respect that you would want yourself. And you'll be fine. Next up is... from Akiani. Hey Phoebe, on this Valentine's, I want to spend my energy trying to come to like and accept myself a bit more. Aww. What would your advice be to love oneself more? Good advice, please. Thank you so much for all you do. Thank you for submitting and for the lovely question. Self-love, I think, is very important. I think something important about self-love is like, and I'm still learning too, but forgiveness is a big thing. You're gonna have to forgive yourself a lot. The relationship you have with yourself is as much of a relationship as like one with like a friend or a family member or a lover or whatever. The way that you treat yourself, you can't just treat yourself badly just because it's yourself, you know? And that's something I'm trying to learn more and more and more as well. What I like to do is I like to think about my inner self as like my inner child. Like it's a baby, it's a child, it's learning still always. And there is like a kind of innocence in there that'll never fade away. So if I was talking to I try to remind myself, if I was talking to like a child, if I was my own child or something like that, how would I talk to myself? How would I treat myself, you know? How would I want to be treated? That makes it a little bit easier, in my opinion. You're gonna make lots of mistakes over your life, and you have to learn to forgive yourself. Yeah, like, yes, learn from your mistakes, but you can't blame yourself forever. And also, this is something else that I'm trying to learn. You don't have to earn... You don't have to earn, like, the right to be happy. You don't have to earn the right to be loved. Everyone, at the core, from when they're born, deserves to be loved. You know? And that's just something you have to not forget, I guess. Sometimes I think to myself, oh, if I want to be happy, I have to show myself I deserve to be happy. If I want to be, I have to show myself I'm deserving of love, you know? Just try to be kind to yourself. People always say treat others the way you want to be treated. But the same goes backwards. Treat yourself the way that you would want to treat others well, you know? Easier said than done. But we'll work on it together, right? Next one. From Foolish Heart. How do I stop myself falling in love with almost every VTuber I watch? I want to be loyal, but my heart is a hoe. Hopeless case. Hopeless case. Hopeless case. Bring on the bad advice. Well, I will say. You filthy dare demo daisuki. Choose! Your heart is only so large. You cannot divide it infinitely between all these. There's way too many VTubers out there. You filthy DD. Decide. Heart loose as hell. Have you considered sticking a cylinder into an M&M container filled with peanut butter? I think it might help in this case. That's crazy. That's crazy. Just kidding though. That's you asked for bad advice. To which I say, watch or read 100 Girlfriends and you will see it is totally possible. It is totally fine to fall in love with every VTuber you watch. If Rentaro from 100 Girlfriends can do it, you can do it too. But then again, not everybody can be the GOAT like he is. Next. From Bieber. Bieber says, hi Phoebe, I'm a bit of a casual flirt and have found myself in a difficult situation this Valentine's Day. I'm juggling... Huh? I'm juggling 7 people that are interested in me. 3 online, 4 IRL. And I'm running out of hours in the day to manage meetups and maintain consistent affection levels with each of them. Valentine's Day is coming up and I've been individually propositioned by all 7. I'm not sure how to narrow my options to just 1. Speaking of 100 Girlfriends. Common questions. Oh, they gave me a FAQ. Thank you. I like them all about the same. They don't know about each other. How should I decide? Thank you. Is this real? Bad advice. I promise I am not joking. What? They're not joking and but they want bad advice. Okay, hold on. Oh my goodness. First of all, I'm judging you hard right now. How are you leading on 7 people? How are you... You are not the Persona 5 protagonist? However, I will say, if you love them all equally, Well, you like them all about the same. If you like them all equally, and then you could also read 100 girlfriends and try to go the harem route. Except you have to love them all with your entire, love them all with your entire ass. You know? However, they need to know about each other. They need to know. What you should do is you should meet with all of them at the same time. Prepare the most grandiose confession possible. All 4 of your IRL girls, same location, same time. 3 online. If they can come in person, great. But if not, have 3 of those like VTuber iPads set up. All same place, same location, same time. And put on the most grandiose confession. And say it's to all of them. And ask them if they're okay with being part of your harem. Is it easier to love 100 VTubers or 7 IRL people? Oh god, that's like the 100 Phoebes, or like 100 Phoebe-sized. Like what was it? It was like one 100 Phoebe-sized gorillas, or 1 gorilla-sized Phoebe. Oh, a raid! There was a raid. Rita raid. Thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate it. And also thank you, Dania Bochard on Twitch as well for the raid. How were your guys' streams? Welcome to the FeebeeHive. Big love to both of you. What were you up to? We're doing love advice today. Both bad advice and good advice, depending on what is asked for. Can you have 100 Phoebe-sized Phoebes instead? That's... Remember, we do not have clone technology yet. 100 Phoebes who love you very, very, very much. You could have them fight in a tournament. You can just do it Dragon Ball style and have them fight it out in a tournament. Oh, actually, no. You fight them. You have to battle all of them, and if you beat them, then they get... It's like Goku beating people and making them become his friend. If you beat them in the tournament, then they have to join the harem. But yes, honesty is, in fact, the best policy. You have to tell them about each other, and Valentine's Day might be the best way to do it. That sounds like domestic violence with extra steps. Okay, okay. Maybe they battle each other then. Next one. This one is from Ashiru. I have a friend whom I found out doesn't understand any form of love anymore because of an addiction that has warped them until no longer feeling genuine love. Oh. They want to go back to knowing it, and I want to help them in trying to understand love once more. And how does one learn to love in general? I'm sorry if this sounds like a tough question and I'm not expecting a clear answer if you attempt to, but I wanted to at least try and see how you view it even a little. Thank you for your time. You really are my idol, Phoebe. Never change. Aww. Thank you for entrusting me with such an important question. I wish to thank you from the bottom of my heart, from your lovely singing voice that drew me in from your debut, to your fun and casual rambles you do, to even when you play games on stream. You are one of the few streamers that I am able to listen in and enjoy watching while drawing. You give off such a soft and silly vibe that makes me feel at ease, and for that I thank you truly. Oh, thank you. You're so... That's very... Oh, making me tear up, Ashiru. Well, first and foremost, thank you for entrusting me with an important question. I'll do my best. I will definitely not have all the answers, but I'll try. And it sounds like your friend has trauma. I say this as somebody who has been diagnosed with PTSD that I'm no doctor or psychologist or anything or psychiatrist, so I cannot diagnose them. But it sounds like they have been deeply traumatized. And so, first of all, if it's caused by an addiction, then I think that they definitely should address the addiction first. Therapy really will help, both with the addiction and the trauma. But I think what you can do in the meantime for them is be there for them through the healing process. So, I think something that anybody recovering from trauma has issues with is like being patient with themselves, because recovery is not linear, and it is a long process, and sometimes you take a few steps forward and you take like 7 steps back, and that's just normal. And it can be easy to beat yourself up along the way or want to give up or whatever. So if you want to, if you want to, it's not your obligation by any means, but if you really want to help them, then I guess being that person who can be patient with them and can tell them that it's okay and it's normal to still be recovering and getting better could help them a lot. That's a form of love, isn't it? You know? Someone being there. I think that's something that's like a tweet that I saw recently. Someone was like, can we like normalize not feeling like you have to be fully like fixed or fully healed or anything? Or like know how to fully love yourself before like letting yourself love somebody else. Like I think we'll always be like in the process of that forever. But that's a kind of love right there, is to be able to be there for somebody as they're going through that process. And I think they will come to know. They will come to realize, I hope, at least, one kind of love there. Right. Showing somebody love is absolutely a way to teach it to someone they can't learn from nothing. Exactly. Like you could say, oh, go watch a whole bunch of like love-related movies about like family or pets or romance or friends or whatever. Like yeah, there's a lot you could learn from like media, but what better teacher than demonstrating it as well? So yeah, I think the care that you're showing for them already counts as showing them love. So hang in there, Ashiru. Hang in there. Next up, oh my goodness. Wow, you guys have been submitting a lot of questions during the stream as well. Thank you. I will see how much I can get to. Okay. Next is from Arcade Princess. Arcade Princess says, I think I'm in a toxic one-sided relationship and I don't know how to leave. I've given them everything. I've stayed up until sunrise just to make sure they're okay. I've neglected my real-life friends. I've spent money I was supposed to save for my future just to make them happy. The worst part is they don't even know I exist unless I'm giving them something. I've cried genuine tears when things didn't work out between us and I feel like a shell of a person without them. I know it sounds pathetic to be this attached to someone who treats me like a wallet. But is there any way to fix this? Or should I just accept that I'm a failure of a trainer and finally uninstall Uma Musume? I was like coming up with actual good advice in my head that whole time. You mother. Yeah, uninstall. Uninstall. Next question. It's from Anon. How does one romance a Phoebe? Bring on the bad advice. Good and bad. Okay, so they want good and bad advice, but don't say which is which. Oh shoot. Okay. Good and bad advice. Oh god. Oh, I could be real. Could be very bad about this. Get into VTubing is one. I won't say which is which. Get into VTubing. Or never mind. How do you romance a Phoebe? Okay, I take back the VTubing thing. You're such a bad liar. What do you mean I'm such a bad liar? Lying about what? What am I lying about? There are many Phoebes out there. Actually, that's a good point. Steiner's like my dad. You basically you have to. So some advice. Get Steiner's approval. Or be a VTuber. I'm not telling you which one is the good advice, which one is the bad advice. Would baking cookies help? I'm the one that bakes cookies. If you can cook for me, though. Anyway, next question. The good advice is becoming the VTuber. Hey Phoebe, you free tonight? May or may not be aimed at this Phoebe. It could be a different Phoebe. Could be. Mr. E says, two people like each other, share similar values and goals, and have good chemistry. If find out they don't enjoy each other's hobbies, can the relationship be salvaged? Bring on the bad advice. No, it's over. Abort mission. It's over. Yeah. They can't get on board with your 47 waifu body pillows? They're not worth it. Over. Break up, sweaty. Wake up, break up, sweaty. Next. Thank you. Next. Okay. This one is from Artia. How can I get my ex to talk to me again? I wanted to still be friends, but they haven't messaged me since last year. It was long distance, so we won't see each other in person. Good advice, please. How do you get them to talk to you again? You can just message them and ask. I'm sorry, that sounded so sassy. I mean, like, you can just, like, if you want, like, message them, be like, hey, how are you? But it's completely up to them about if they want to humor you or not. I'm gonna assume that you mutually, like, broke up, or like wasn't like a terrible breakup. I mean, if you did something wrong, if you're the one that still wants to be friends, I don't know, like, yeah, just ask. Just ask, I guess. It won't hurt to ask, but you won't know until you ask. But then if they don't want to talk to you, then I'm sorry. That's kind of the way breakups work sometimes. Next is from Tony. Wise Phoebe. Also, Mai, I have not done your question yet. It's coming up. Tony says, Wise Phoebe, I come to you in my time of need. So about a year ago, I left a 7-year relationship. We're on good terms still, but it wasn't working for either of us. We live in the same town and still spend time together as friends. Anyways, they want us to get back together again. I was gonna say, who is they? Oh, but you meant the person that you were with. They want us to get back together again, and I've been very clear about that, but I'm really not feeling it still. Things that made us incompatible then are things that make us incompatible now. So things haven't changed then, right? What you're saying is that these things that you broke up over haven't changed. So what do I do? I mean, it's obviously doomed, right? But like, on the other hand, I also don't want to be alone forever, and I'm getting older. Thank you for your consideration. Oh my gosh, you need to chill. You have time still. I'm sorry, I'm getting so sassy. I think it's because I'm hungry. I think I'm just hungry. But, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be rude or anything like that. But when you said this is the only reason why you would get with them again, right? The only reason why you would get with them again is fear of getting older and being alone forever. Do not settle. You'll both be miserable. Egg sandwich is correct. Why? Like, there's so much more happiness. It's more likely that you'll be miserable being in this relationship forever than being single forever and being able to find but also I don't think you're gonna be single forever. There's a high chance that you won't be. Everyone's constantly getting older. When we were kids, we were getting older, you know? There's so much more time than you think. And like we said earlier, it's all RNG, so you could just run into the love of your life like tomorrow. But if you get with that ex today, you're not going to be able to say I love you to that person tomorrow. So don't go back. Don't go back to your ex. Okay? Thank you. Next. This one. I skimmed some of these questions earlier just to make sure there was nothing inappropriate. But this one I've been very much looking forward to. And I'm pretty sure this person is... I don't know 100%, but I think this person is in the chat because they were in the chat earlier. And for you, I will do my very best. This one is from a hopelessly in love Blossom. Blossom says, I have only ever been in relationships since I was 14 years old. I have not experienced being single in a very long time. I don't know how to learn to be okay with myself outside of a relationship. How can I find that security within myself? I've been embarrassingly in love with this individual for over a year now, though we both aren't really in the right place in life right now for a relationship. I have so much love. I always want to talk to them and hear about their day. I'm not always able to, and it makes me sad. I selfishly want to be part of their life more intimately. Some days it really hurts, and I wonder if I'm hopeless or just not interesting enough to them anymore, even if in reality it may not be true. I love and care for this person so deeply, and I just want to see them happy. I miss them and love them so much. I would move the mountains, the earth, the stars, and the sky for them if I could. I just wish I knew how I could be happy with myself too. I want to find that balance so that maybe one day I can love them with the same security I can love myself. Dearest fairy, how can this small blossom find that path for herself? Good advice, please. This person has such a beautiful heart, and I believe so so much that you deserve not only like all the self-love in the world, but you deserve to be loved by someone who will love you equally in turn, or even more. And it's only a matter of time, especially because you're working on yourself already. We love a yearner. I'm a yearner. I'm a humongous yearner, so I feel this person on a spiritual level. You're still ready for another Uma Musume punchline, not gonna lie. That person was special, okay? Well, this person is special in a different way. It's difficult, huh? When you kind of have been conditioned to get your sense of like self and sense of security from like relationships. And it sounds to me like you and this person, you know, maybe the time isn't right now, but when the time is right, you probably want to be the best person, the most beautiful person inside and out possible for them, for when they're ready and when you're ready. The thing is, I'm assuming by you saying that you haven't been single in a very long time, that you're, you know, perhaps still in a relationship, but have like, and perhaps it's not a very good relationship because clearly you were able to fall in love with somebody outside of it. I think you need to spend some time. You do need to spend some time single, properly single. Then and only then are you going to be able to become reacquainted with yourself as you, as your fully pure and raw self, completely unattached to another person or any obligations you have towards that person. You need to spend at least some time. Even a few months will do you good. And during that time, you can reconnect with yourself. Learn to not just be okay with yourself, but love yourself probably too. And then in that, you'll know not only yourself and what kind of a person you want to be for yourself, but you'll also learn what kind of a partner do I want to be for the next person who comes into my life. What kind of a person do I want to be? What kind of a person do I want to have as my partner for the next person in my life, you know? And maybe it'll still be this person that you're so hopelessly in love with. But maybe you'll be able to prepare yourself for the time when, you know, people are passing ships, right? And it's very rare when things align perfectly. But perhaps the next time your ships approach each other, then you'll be able to dock for a little bit and spend some time together and maybe go off, maybe sail off in the same direction as each other. You know? But you gotta repair the ship, right? You gotta repair the ship. You gotta make sure the ship is safe and secure for you to sail the seas. You got to make sure, maybe you want to make the ship look real pretty so that they'll know that it's you. So you can like raise your flag high and wave it for them so that they'll know who's approaching. That this blossom is approaching them, you know. And then it'll look for phrasing, dock for a little bit. Yeah. Wait. Boats? Okay, am I missing something? Phrasing again. Boats, dock! I don't know what you guys are talking. I'm giving some actual advice right now, and I don't know. And I don't know these euphemisms that you guys. I don't know what dock is. I don't know. Google it. No, I'm not gonna Google it. I'm not. But ask the M&M guy. He'll know. What? Y'all are. Oh my. Anyway. Take care of yourself first. But you gotta be single first. You gotta find yourself. Ask Steiner. Steiner's gonna probably murderize you guys. he's probably too busy getting ready for Mint's concert right now. Anyway, I need to go and get ready for Mint's concert soon too. But I hope, Blossom, that you get what I'm saying, right? You need to discover yourself. But I don't think it's impossible for the planets to align for you too. I don't think so. Anyway. Oh gosh, I don't know how many more I'm gonna be able to get through. We'll go up until the 6:30 mark, which is in like 14 minutes. How to deal with... Okay, this person it's from someone Anon. How to deal with someone you really dislike crushing on you and disrespecting your boundaries. Also, when everyone in the friend group is supportive of them. Oof. Oh, actually, yeah. I have had experience with this. Well, not with the friend group being supportive of them. Why is everyone in the friend group supportive of them? I think what you need to say is like, just... It all comes back to this, though. Just be honest and clear and communicative without being mean about it, you know? Just be like, hey, so I don't know if you're supposed to know that they're crushing on you, but the disrespecting your boundaries is something that you can talk about really, really clearly. Just be like, hey, I'm not comfortable with you doing this. I'm not comfortable with you touching me like this. I'm not comfortable with you saying these things to me. Can you please stop? You know? And it also does sound like you could... I mean... I wonder if the friend group doesn't have the full picture. Like, I don't have the full picture, so I can't like give you full proper advice on this. But don't just communicate this to the person. Communicate it to your friends too. Like, hey, I'd really appreciate it if you guys didn't enable so-and-so to treat me like this. Otherwise, if they don't respect you, if they're like, oh, you're being a baby, then it sounds like you need a better friend group. Which is easier said than done, I know. But I'm sorry that you're being treated like that. Sorry. Do try to communicate with them first, though. Try to communicate that with them first. And if you have to, unfortunately, if it comes down to it, you may have to cut the person off. If they're just fully still disrespectful of your boundaries, even after you try to talk it out with them. If you guys hang out, reaffirm that you're there to hang out and not to be set up. Exactly! I'm here to chill! Not to Netflix and chill! Anyway, thank you, Anon. I hope things get better. Apple May. Oh my gosh. Apple May wants bad advice on this. My adoptive childhood friend brother thing blew up in an explosion last year. It was really hard for me until recently when I went on a job and found out he's still alive and became a colonel for the Far Space Fleet. Anyway, since we're not technically related, does that mean we get to kiss on the mouth? How do I explain this to my friends? That's Caleb's Love in Deep Space! Who submitted this? Hold on. I will crack up if you can figure out who sent this. That's the backstory behind Caleb Love in Deep Space. And if it's Caleb Love in Deep Space, I feel like I know who sent this. I think it's a certain... Cat, was it you? Or was it one of my housemates? First, what? Second, you play Love in Deep Space. I do not play Love in Deep Space, but I live with a bunch of people that do play Love in Deep Space. And if I had to choose a favorite from what I know about the characters, if I had to choose a favorite, it would be Caleb, who is your, like, adoptive childhood friend brother. And we thought that he blew up in an explosion, but actually we found out he's alive and he's become the colonel for, like, the bad guys. Anyway, does this mean you get to kiss on the mouth? I mean, you... Spoilers, wow. I mean, it's not really spoilers. Like, if you know Caleb exists, then you know that... Oh, wow, your childhood friend actually is alive because now he's a love interest in the game. You weren't proper... I need to play more of the game. You know what? I'm gonna say... Kiss on the mouth if it makes you happy. How do you explain this to your friends? You're not actually related. Anyway, don't cancel me, please, 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 please. Please. This one is from Unforgiven. How can I be able to love myself? We answered some questions earlier that are similar to this, but we thought it was a dress-up game. It's actually very combat heavy. The main gameplay loop is combat in Love in Deep Space. And there's also optional dress-up and photo taking. There's a visual novel story. There's mini games. There's now a Sims-like house simulator thing where you can just live your slice of life out with your boyfriend. There's a lot of features. It's a very expansive game. But I only had space on my phone for one game at the time, and I chose Infinity Nikki instead. So no, I do not play Love in Deep Space. But how to love yourself. That's... We did kind of answer this earlier. There's no, like, proper way. Yes, it is a gacha. It is a gacha. There's no proper way, but I think you need to maybe redefine your definition of, like, or just treat yourself the way that you would like to treat others. This person asks, EduG asks, what kind of outfit is going to draw eyes as someone looking to build a new wardrobe? Bring on the bad advice. Well, you don't have to build a new wardrobe. Have you ever read the story The Emperor's New Clothes before? There is one way to draw eyes without having to build a new wardrobe or any wardrobe at all. That's all I'm gonna say. Thank you. This one is from Phoebe, you gotta help me. My partner is graduating from his current VTuber persona. How do I explain this change of partner to my followers when he rebrands? Bring on the bad advice. Funny excuses or scenarios I can explain with our preferred. Damn, I don't know, your dog ate your boyfriend? Your dog ate your partner, and so you found a new one. But brought you a new one, you know? Let's see. Maybe it's a Jekyll and Hyde situation, you know? Your partner has a multiple personality thing going on, and now it's time. Now it's this personality's turn. They all gotta get a little bit of loving from you. What else? Your old partner blew up in an explosion and became the colonel of the Far Space Fleet, and you decided that you would rather gacha for this other guy instead. These are excellent. I'm taking note. But I think the best is to just not explain it at all. Pretend that it's been this way forever. And when people are like, who is this guy? Just be like, what do you mean? He's been here all along. We've been together for like, how many months now? Yeah. Nusumu Aku? I've never met that guy. I don't know who the heck you're talking about. Nope. So yeah. Best of luck to you guys. Also, I hope that he had a good graduation. Okay. Last 5 minutes before I finish. This one is from Eerie. Hi Phoebe, a bit of context. Okay, this one is good advice. A bit of context. My boyfriend is quite chatty with some random people, mostly women, on Instagram and WhatsApp. Oh, of course, the WhatsApp. Okay, he is a very friendly person. But I'm not really buying that he talks with strangers just because he, quote-unquote, wants to make more friends. And he says that he doesn't like anybody else except me in a romantic way. I've asked him several times if he's sure, and I let him know that if he likes another person, it's okay, but I want him to let me know before going further in the relationship. Yeah, so he doesn't waste your time. What do you think I should do about him? Should I stay with him? Should I walk away from the relationship? Or do you have any other ideas / advice? Well, you've tried communicating with him already. And he has assured you that he doesn't have feelings for anybody else besides you. But you're still feeling, you're not buying it. So I feel like I wish I had a little bit more context. I also don't know how long you've been with this guy either, but it sounds like you haven't been together very long. Maybe just a few months or something. And I think it's completely reasonable of you to want to know whether to go further on in the relationship or not. The thing is, whether he is cheating on you for reals or not, the fact that the trust already isn't there, whether it's a you problem or a him problem or a both problem, the fact that the trust isn't there is already like a really rocky foundation for a relationship. And in my personal opinion, I don't like this is I'm so sorry to say this, but I really didn't have any other questions, right? I love your content. Hope you're doing well and happy Valentine's. Happy Valentine's to you as well. Thank you. I don't think you have a very good foundation to continue building a relationship off of right now. To be honest. Unless he does something to completely... I don't know even what he would do or say to completely reassure all of your worries and stuff. It's not... If you already don't trust him and nothing he says is helping, then maybe hasta la pasta. Like, it's like... Just... Maybe don't waste either of your times anymore. You should be able to trust and believe in your partner. And they should create an environment for you and, like, nurture the relationship with you in such a way that you do feel safe and you feel like you can trust them and believe in them. Even if they're messaging a million people, you know? Like, that's the hope. And the good thing is that it's early on. It sounds like it's early on in your relationship, so it won't hurt too much to end it. I don't know. But best of luck to you. I hope things work out. I hope things work out. I'm so sorry, but maybe try talking to him a little bit more about it. Just be like, hey, I feel like we don't have a good foundation of trust here. Is there something we can do together to like fix this or to strengthen it? And then tell him, be honest completely with your feelings. I think that's the thing. If I was like in your position, then I think I would go into as much detail about what I'm feeling as possible without being accusatory. Don't be like, well, you're messaging all these people and you're probably cheating on me. Like, no, I'd be like, I've been feeling very insecure and I've been feeling a little bit like unloved or a little bit like unseen because you're messaging these girls all the time, and even though you reassure me that you don't like anybody but me, like, it feels like you're kind of brushing my worries off, and I can't help but worry about these things. I'm having a really hard time trusting you right now, but I want to. Can we, like, work this out, you know? So, yeah, definitely get help. I'll talk with him more. Good. Best of luck to you, Eri. Lots of love. Lots and lots of love. I hope you guys can have a good Valentine's Day, you know? Okay, and then just one more. This one is from Anon, who wants bad advice. Hey Phoebe, I've been working through a divorce. It was pretty mutual, but adjusting back to being single is pretty rough sometimes. I need some good affirmations, but bad advice for this new part of my life. Oh, this is hard. Good affirmations, but bad advice. Well, I think that, you know, you've survived before. You've survived before being single, you'll survive again. So will she. And it sounds like it was like not a super messy divorce, which is good. And during these rough times, during these very rough times, the best thing you can do is reward yourself. You divorced in a very clean way. It's time to celebrate in a messy way. Go be the mess that you couldn't be when you were in the relationship. Be a hot mess. Go just flop all over the floor and order a bunch of takeout and blow all your money on gacha games and on your oshis and your waifus and don't shower for a while and neglect all of your life responsibilities and chores. You know, just be a hot mess for a while. My advice would be to seek out additional affirmations by listening to a lot of mommy ASMR that will fix you surely. This from experience, Aquila. Experience. But what is mommy ASMR like? I'm not gonna get into that. Not gonna get into that. Are you invited to this party? Every one of you in the chat is invited to Anon's party. But it's a potluck. So you have to bring food and drinks. Somebody has to bring plates and forks, but not all of you guys can just bring plates and utensils, alright? You only want Flower Fairy Idol ASMR personally. I have been asked recently to do... I don't know why. Specifically, people have been asking me, can you do yandere roleplay? And to that I say, can I? Yes. Should I? Should I is a different question though. I don't know, it might be a little too dangerous. That's a lot of power. That's a lot of responsibility. But I do have an ASMR mic that has not been getting any use, so we shall see. We shall see. Anyway, I said I was gonna go up until 6:30 because people should be coming into the concert for what's it called? Doors opening right now. But let me see if there's any particularly very good questions. Because you guys submitted like 30 new questions throughout the course of the stream. I mean, if there's any particularly good like romance-related ones that like feel like they need answering now. TBH, I don't really see you as a yandere. It could be neat though. Me neither. I don't see myself as a yandere either. But I think that friend of mine, in particular, just is interested in yandere stuff, probably. Let's see. Oh my god. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I think I need to address this person's question. They want good advice. Timmy asks, okay, so my girlfriend was supposed to come over to my house today because I was going to take her to a movie. She lives about 20 minutes away and the movie we were supposed to see started at 4:15, which was in about 40 minutes. I figured, cool, I'll just play Pokemon while I wait. So I'm playing Pokemon and having a pretty damn good time. Anyway, she finally does show up, except she's crying as she walks into my room. Instead of doing the right thing by comforting her, I half focus on my game and her. She starts telling me her cat died, and just as she was getting into it, I get into oh god! I get into a random encounter in my game. A shiny Pidgey. Holy shit. For those of you that don't know / care, shiny Pokemon have less than a 1 in 1,000 chance of appearing. 1 in 8,192 to be exact. I stare into my screen in amazement, yelling, "Holy shit, yes!" interrupting her mid-story. She sobs more as she starts to yell, "You don't even care, you just want to play your stupid game." I'm still looking at my screen, still focusing on catching my shiny Pidgey. When she... Is this a copy? It might be a copy pasta, I don't know. When she walks over and tosses the game against the wall, I run over and pick up my DS, hoping that nothing has changed on screen, and quickly notice that she broke it. My system and my shiny Pidgey gone forever. I start screaming every obscenity I know, and started flailing my arms around. I didn't know she was behind me, and apparently I backhanded her. I backhanded her in the face while I was being a dumbass and swinging my fists around. She yells out, This is what I need. This is what I need Vicky's, like, censoring, soundboard. "Screw you," and runs out of the house in tears. What have I done? I've screwed up so badly. And I need to know how to approach her. I don't want a game of Pokemon to be responsible for ruining my best relationship ever. So this definitely is a copy pasta. It definitely sounds like a copy pasta. Oh, you guys are saying it's a copy pasta. Well, I had to read it out loud. I had to. Should I give the copy pasta good advice? Should I give the copy pasta some good advice? I think we need to consult all of Densetsu on this one. There's no way we have different opinions about this. But also, this is so funny. I'm gonna be real. If this was an actual thing that happened, I need to think about this. I need to like really immerse myself in this. Well, there's no recovering from this. It just kept compounding. There's no recovering from this. Ask them before. No, ask them before the concert starts. There's no way. We're way too busy. Also, I gotta go. My advice is to send your girlfriend a good copy pasta. This guy is single now. You know what? This is interesting. We're just throwing a brick with a love letter through your interest window rate on good ideas. I mean, are you gonna replace the window? There's not a whole lot of love advice in here. Okay, one more, because it is kind of an urgent thing. It mentions Katsucon, so I think I need to answer it now. This one is from Steve. Steve says, "Hey Phoebe, I do apologize for my situation sounding a bit dumb. I wanted to go to Katsucon so bad this weekend. However, some home circumstances and opinions stacked against me trying to make plans to go. To be fair, it doesn't help when my planning was a bit close to the wire despite my opting to take the train. However, I feel like I've let the cosplay community I wanted to hang out with down, even though there was no expectation to have me there. That, and I was really hoping to see some of the voice actor guests there, especially to ask questions to benefit my voice acting journey. Especially someone whom I tried to see at New York Comic Con but ended up missing when I finally got to the venue. What are your thoughts on this? I admit I was very adamant about trying to make this work, and that it drove a couple of people up the wall, much to the point that there was probably going to be a consequence if I did go. Frankly, I feel defeated about it. Much love to you too. Your soul's in need of some reassurance. I mean, there's really nothing I can say except, like, you know, there will always be more cons in the future and more Katsu cons, and it's okay. Like if going to a con ends up being more stressful, like way more stressful than like if you had not gone, then maybe I don't know if it's like worth it really. It's okay. You didn't let anybody down. I do think you need to relax, chill a little bit. Your voice acting journey will be a lifelong journey, and it'll continue, and you'll have more opportunities to develop those connections and stuff. It's gonna be okay. Besides, Wasn't there something about like the river being like poison around Katsu? Anyway, so you're like keeping yourself safe by not going. Anyway, this was my love advice stream. Thank you guys so much. If your question wasn't, if you didn't get to your question today, I'll try to roll over as many of them as I can to next time. The theme for next month, I'm still thinking about it a little bit. It's March. And so that is like getting into spring a little bit. But I'm going to actually be, for work purposes, traveling a lot next month. So maybe the theme for next month is going to be like travel related. I don't know. Oh no, maybe it'll be food. I don't know. I'll think about it a little bit. I'll think about it. But thank you guys for today. Did you have fun? Was it a fun stream? I had fun. It was fun. Now I'm hungry. I'm so hungry. But thank you guys. We're gonna find people to raid into. And definitely keep submitting your questions. You'll have the cylinder and the M&M's on. Oh god. Keep submitting questions. And let's send some love over to some friendos. It looks like on YouTube, I'd like to raid into Mako. Mako is playing Split Fiction right now with Artemis. 2 shorts. Let's give them lots of love. Split Fiction. I've been really wanting to play Split Fiction with somebody for a while. Maybe I'll ask, like... I think the reason why... I think Mint and Vicky already played it with people before. I think that's the reason why. We didn't, like, I haven't streamed it with anybody yet. But I'll find somebody to be my player too. Thanks for the comfy, wild stream. Of course. And then let's give some love to Tofi on Twitch for a comfy Friday. Thank you guys! Tomorrow is Valentine's Day! Guess who's got nothing to do? Me! So I'm going to be singing karaoke love songs to you guys. I'll hope to see you there. And then Sunday we're gonna be starting Expedition 33. So hope to see you guys tomorrow on Sunday. And thank you for the wonderful stream today. Oyasubi, have a happy rest of your day, and bye-bye! I gotta go get ready for the concert now. Bye-bye! See some of you guys at the concert tonight!